I have accidentally betrayed the trust of like 30 ducks. Hi, hello, welcome back. During the dinner break, I fed some of the ducks and I was out of corn, so I was like, you know what, I'll do a little bit of bread and then I'm gonna go ahead and give them like some peas and see if that satiates them, because like I don't want to give them too much bread. Very obvious, especially for the ducklings. They love the bread. The second the peas came out, I have never seen angrier ducks. So much so that Wahoo hissed at me. It was actually quite funny. But yeah, that's what we did. Welcome back for those who were here earlier. For those who missed the first stream, I apologize. I'm trying to get through it. We are currently on PV8. And we should be able to finish this set before the stream goes away. Well, more like the event goes away, not the stream. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I also just ran for my water because I forgot it in the living room, so perfect for voice acting. Texas, you're back. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Rat. With me? What? Am I not welcome here? Lapland? Let's not overreact here. What if we disturb the patient's beauty rest? Texas, quick! Tell our dear judge here I'm just here to deliver some documents. Nods. Texas will put up with Lapland because she knows that Lapland's gotta do her shit sometimes. Lovers even? Lovers always. Yeah, absolutely lovers always. Penance is probably not happy she's here. But yeah. Here, Your Honor. We met a judge at the door who wanted to pass you this. The mayor's ward can't have too many people in here, so Texas and I took it for you right before we walked in. Arson of Noel of Singapore, emergency court hearing. Defendant Arene? The driver lady said, your friend, right? Relax, just flip to the back. She was acquitted on the spot. Tex and I happened to sit on the court hearing. So exciting. The Venetias. Sorry. I mean, the Venetia Tucking and Salusavino bosses both testified and vouched for her innocence. And even fought over who got to send her home after the trial. Tisk tisk. A popular girl to be sure. The way she walked out of the courthouse reminded me of how the Familia would take courthouse trip as proof of maturity. It's so over for Penance. God damn. Yee! We have to finish this event by tonight. Signed to confirm, receive the verdict, leave the court. The process went smoothly, but Irene feels a little dizzy. The sunlight stings her eyes as she lowers her head. On the huge court square are 2 cars parked on her inevitable path. Both cart hoods sport a special emblem, patterns one can see everywhere in Siracusa. Even if she doesn't recognize the Salusa Vita logo or the Venezia family crest, there would be no way she could possibly fail to recognize the 2 men before their respective cars. Irene knows they're waiting for her. Familia Saluso and Familia Venezia. Congratulations, Senor Lavaza. There's nothing worth congratulating. Senor Saluso, the fire yesterday was an accident, but my worries have indeed been solved, albeit in a confusing way. I've been thinking I shouldn't cause any further trouble, since I ended up asking you to meet me for nothing. But you showed up today, which means you just declared to everyone. The Saluzas want to help the truckers union, of course. Our present situation does mean some deals are no longer on the table, but I'm sure we both know how valuable a friendship can be in Siracusa. Our agreement remains, Signora Lavazo. Yeah, the fucking... It's not even a wolf, it's a husky. Zio Alberto, I hope I'm not disturbing you. Signorina Lavisa wanted to transport our tires, and since something has happened to them, I have to work out compensation with her. Signor Venezia. Don't worry, today we probably met for the first time, but we already have a good understanding between us. It's so bad. It's so bad, man. You said nothing at all in court, which was wonderful. I think we have a lot to talk about, such as the truckers union and many other matters. Get in the car. I'll drive you back. Venezia Jr. A loud horn interrupts the conversation between the 3, and a truck drives between the 2 cars, coming to a steady stop before Irene. The driver doors open, and Irene sees Ludmilla get off of the truck. Ludmilla! What's wrong? Let's go. I can take you back home. There's a lot back at camp waiting for you to make the call on. Alright, let's go. Once we're home, we have to quickly figure out another way to send Summer away for a time. He's not safe in the city right now. Something on your mind, Ludmilla? Liud said nothing and hands up the lighter she's been holding to Irene. Huh? Isn't this Summers? He did everything he could. I should have understood a long time ago the Familia will never allow anyone who might pose a threat to let them. Irene looks through the rear view mirror and meets the 2 mob bosses' eyes. She suddenly understands why they had confidently testified to her, and why they both waited for her in the square. Vanessa Jr. is right. Her silence in the voice means 3 parties had reached a tacit understanding in court. Where's Summer? I'm sorry. I couldn't find him. Irene's grip tightens on the lighter. So things did exceed everyone's expectations, and they had no choice but to come down here and protect me. But the price paid. They want the guys at City Hall and the courts to know that the Truckers Union and the Familia are in the same boat. Those 2 earlier, they were basically fighting over territory. Yeah, he messed things really bad, and he didn't deserve to die, but the second he started working with them, he kind of signed his death warrant. That's his problem. Like, I hate to say it, but he was doomed to die the second he did that. The court hearing does not mean the matter has come to a close. It is only just the beginning. For a long time to come, the Familia will become the thorn in Trucker Union's side, and she'll have to struggle against these people to maintain her tacit. Disgraceful, understand it. The truck gets further and further away from the court square. She looks at the lighter in hand, and her fear suddenly dissipates somewhat. It's not over yet, Alberto. Antonio. When Summer and I had just moved here from Volsini, we really thought we left the Familia. What a joke. I'm sorry, Somer. I'll never trust any of them again. Such an interesting scene, like it came straight out of film. Salute to Venezia, fellas, truck drivers. So many people surrounding that driver lady, and they took half the Corfar Square. They called it my coming of age ceremony, the first time I went into the courthouse. When I came out, there weren't many people greeting me. Texas had it even worse. She came to Syracuse as a guest and actually got herself involved in a lawsuit. I was the only one who greeted her after. Stop bringing up your boring pranks, Lapland. Signora Lapland, thank you for coming here and for the reminder. If there's nothing else, please leave the ward. You're welcome. Just the least I could do. Carnival is tomorrow, dear judge. You still have a lot to do. I was with Lapland the whole time since yesterday noon. By the time we reached the port, the fire was dying. She was not directly involved with it. She spent the entire night after that just being a taxi driver. We went to the courthouse today, and then came here to the hospital. Right now, I'm not sure what she's planning. Are you still looking through the file, Lavinia? Judging from its contents, there's no problem whatsoever with the hearing. But the feeling it's getting is too familiar for my liking. They covered everything in the trial, and the testimony and evidence are stated in detail. But other than getting someone acquitted, I didn't find out any truths or solve any problems. In Volsini and other places in Syracuse, most cases only end up with a case file like this one. I had thought such a trial was no longer existed here in Nueva Volsini. Lavinia, you don't have to console me, Texas. What concerns me more is when did these people actually start taking care about whether a civilian outside the Familia is innocent or not? What's more, before this hearing, Familia Venezia had a near-perfect record in the city. You couldn't easily find a reason for criticism. But this time, Venezia Jr. actually showed up. From Dimitri to Ingrid, I spent the last 2 days chasing in the wrong direction. What is certain before this trial, or because of this trial, they are now on the same side. Leon's car accident, the hit-and-run vehicle, the port fire, these three obviously have a deeper connection. The Salusas, the Venezias, the Truckers Union, what are the three forces hiding from us together? But the second she tried to make a city without the Familia, she was going to be handling this for the rest of her life. And if she doesn't, it's worrisome because she's probably dead. Lavinia closes the file, running her hand over the court emblem with the new Urban Management Act on its cover. After a moment, she raises her head. Texas looked at her friend. She's somewhat gloomy and confused earlier, but she's definitely back to her old self. Thank you for the subscription. Curtis? I hope it was just for a minor reason. Carnival tomorrow, but Leon is still in a coma. I'm running out of time to figure out what kind of plans they have in store. We can't let the situation worsen, let alone stay sitting fouls. You mean... Also, yes, welcome in, Curtis. I hope you've been doing well. I saw that you ran, like, what was it, 5 miles yesterday? These people think the new Urban Management Act is something they can use. But I should show them that it's the foundation of order in the city. Good job, man. Bro, great job. That's intense. Make sure you rest and take care of your body afterwards, because you're probably going to be sore for a bit. Hey, you can't go in there. Texas? Bursting into my winery without reason does not seem like something you would do. Of course. Told you we'd come to see you, Senor Alberto Saluzzo. The Saluzzo Vino qualification document submitted in the past months. A group of employees have, in the short span of 2 months, changed their position in your company's register profile several times. First, they were security personnel, then winemakers and technical staff. We have reason to suspect Saluzzo Vino is employing illegal methods to circumvent the standard background check procedure. Please come with us to assist in our investigation. Didn't the cause of changes happen because City Hall keeps changing the requirements? What's the big idea digging up these old files so suddenly? Don't waste your breath. These cops obviously targeting us Saluzzos on purpose. Vafuculo. We've been paid so much in certification fees. Anyway, don't let them take the Dawn away on our turf. Stop. Don't get in the police's way. If they're only suspected Saluzzo Vino of circumventing background checks illegally, then it won't be difficult to resolve. We just need some time. Listen to him. Got it, Don Alberto. This must have been the judge's idea. What? Of course, she's aware she can't do much with such a trivial offense, but she can at least keep me in jail for the next few days. She must have gone to Venezia Jr. or Irene, otherwise you wouldn't be the one standing here right now. I just happened to be free today. Making such a swift decision with only just a little information she has. Decisive. I still remember her looking so weak when she rushed to my place looking for Bernardo last year. She was a completely different person. Telling me all this won't help. There's nothing to fear if you're truly innocent. Of course, I'll go with you. I'll do my best to aid your investigation. All in court today, I'm simply doing my duty as a citizen of the city. Besides, Saluzzo Vino will not pause operations because of my temporary departure. Dimitri, I'm sure you must be familiar with our work here in Nueva Volsini by now, yes? Certainly, Don Alberto. Take care of my wineries for now. Manage Saluzzo Vino. Of course. Damn. What is she doing? There's no way she gets through all of this. Yeah, that was super short, because like, what, 15 minutes? You sent for me, Don Venezia? Anton has a question for you. Over here, Carla. Antonio. Any cars headed towards Sicilia recently? Passenger routes are operating as usual, though most people are coming in here and not out. Good. Go pack up your belongings. You should be able to make the last ride over. Gotcha. Huh? Antonio, what's the meaning of this? Don't you have a fratello in Sicilia? You can't stay in Nueva Volsina any longer, and can't go back to Montelupe either, so you should go to him. Your negligence has caused us to lose a whole carload of tires. I gave you a chance. Just greet the dawn at the port. Couldn't even manage that. That old Saluzzo Stronzo even got to meet Papa before you did. Carla, I've already given you the most decent ending possible by letting you leave alive. Take this. A check from the bank. A huge sum written on it. The Familia Association takes it, stunned. He sees his own name written on the upper left, already crossed out by Antonio himself. Caught on a settlement fee. Without Familia's protection, you'll need a lot of money. I've been with the Venecias for more than a decade. I was following the Dawn before you even came in here. You can't just, for his sake. Don Venezia. Employees who make mistakes must naturally be punished, yes? Of course. You're the head of Venezia Trucking. You call the shots. Anton, you didn't inform me about this in advance. Please don't blame me for this. The police were here just earlier. They wanted to inspect the vehicle factories and the service stations under Venezia name. They said it was a routine inspection before Carnival, but the official warrant said it was an important impromptu check. I also just received news that Alberto was suddenly temporarily detained for corporate qualification issues. I have no doubt the trial this morning has upset our dear Judge Lavinia. She's hoping to control a situation she knows nothing of this way. The situation spiraled out of my control, so to deal with Carla like that. It'll be hard to convince the masses otherwise. This year, Venezia Trucking has carefully complied with the new Urban Management Act, and the only clue we have to proving otherwise was burned to cinders yesterday at the port. The only person who affected our business has been dealt with. But when Carnival is over and Lavinia has her hands free, I'm afraid she'll try to do the best to target us. How do you plan on handling it? My original idea was slowly transform the city. Let it have a set of laws absent of the other cities, while establishing an underground order of Siracusanas are accustomed to. Venezia's trucking business has been smooth sailing. The trick is to follow these two tenets. Comply with the new Urban Management Act, but also not. Of course. The other familiar are also doing the same. But adapting the rules of the new game is quite difficult. The Venezians can fit perfectly onto both sides of the law, and we've both been excelling at it. So much so that today we can discard one and switch the other immediately. So you want to completely control the city? You've lost yourself, Anton. Don't forget Noel Valsini has Signora Cecilia's endorsement. She supports the youth's reform. You're openly defying her authority and turning us against all of Siracusa this way. You're using the entire Familia Venezia as your bartering chip. It sounds like that, yes. The last one to do that was Bernardo. He only died last year. Are you afraid of Signora Cecilia? Afraid of the youngsters at City Hall yelling their ideals across the room? You've really gotten old, Papa. We Venezians must hold the usual seat at the Grey Hall. A hybrid familia. Lupos have no blood ties to who left a previous pact. Volpos like Ingrid, and perros like you. The other familia don't think too kindly of us, yet we stand here today nonetheless. Our presence here embodies every Venezia sweat and blood. Our ties run closer than bloodlines, and I want everyone in our familia to have a decent end. But you want to put us in great danger. Anton, I think you've forgotten my teachings. Papa, have I ever mentioned how a perro like me ended up in Siracusa? I was a soldier, serving the true Bolivian. I have but superficial understanding of the situation in Bolivar. It actually doesn't matter which flag you fight under Bolivar. You don't have to understand why three parties are fighting one another. I mean, everyone's just trying to survive by giving it their all. I was in a guerrilla forced raid in a village under the Singas dynasty, but we were discovered and the entire squad became captives. The 20 of us emptied every pocket and piled our possessions together to bribe the executioner to spare us. Change our status from death penalty to hard labor. The officer responsible for driving us was a paunchy aristocrat. He was drunk that day, made the mistake during the review process, and only came to us with a truck big enough to sit 10 people. The executioner asked what to do next. Can you guess how Stronzo replied? He belched from his drink as he whipped the pen and drew circles on the list, saying, "There's clearly only 10 people on the list, right?" We killed him, cut off his head, escaped Bolivar, and what happened next, I'm sure you know. Anton, this is the first time I've heard. It's been too long, I almost forgot about it. Do you know why it suddenly came back to me? I was discussing with our young and promising mayor about building a logistical network in the city. He refused me, and then shared how the city came about and its mission. A so-called experimental ground, giving new orders governing people from the old, vastly different from the Syracusan tradition. Oh, Lapley? I don't think Lappy's going to be able to kill him. I think he's going to survive and going to be a thorn in our side in a future event. That's my guess. He knows people would have trouble adapting. Irreconcilable conflicts would occur, and the system might even swallow groups of people in the process. But it couldn't be helped. There was a potential future. And all that happened because 4 young people sat at Grace Hall's round table and lobbied for their ideas so passionately. Signora Cecilia allocated one of Syracus's 23 cities without hesitation. A move so cavalier, like that aristocrat had circled our names away. Papa, Leon Tusa was indeed quite sincere and inspiring at the time, but I almost lost control. I wanted to burst into laughter. That boy knows nothing at all. You said I lost myself? No, not at all. What I want to do has always been the same. I hate that aristocrat and Signora Cecilia. I hate their power and want to draw their circles as they please. I want to take it away from all of them. Anton. Phew. Alright, Papa. I've said too much already. I'm here to let you lecture me on decency and dignity, nor am I here to analyze on what's going on in Syracuse. My activities this year alone are not enough to land a seat at the gambling table. Papa, didn't we have a land ship en route already? I like the right to make an emergency dispatch. This is something only Don Benicio can do. If I refuse, will the men guarding the door deal with me like you handled Carla? Of course not. You're a truly decent man, worthy of a dignified end. You're old, Papa. Haven't you always suggested you retire? Damn, he's taking over the family. Oh, it's so fucked. It's so fucked. Scusi, is Irene not here right now? Your Honor? Irene's not here. Everyone to celebrate her acquittal, that's why. So why aren't you with them? I'm just servicing his truck, see? Carnival's tomorrow and they need a lot of our cars. Someone has to do it. You're lying, Signore. When you see her, please let Irene know I need to meet her, even outside of office hours. Got it. He's a cool antagonist, but I have a feeling he's going to be a thorn in our side. There's no way he's dying this event. Irene, here. The schedule table for this year. As you said, I marked all the Venezia trucking related records. Trip times, loading and structure, driver's name. They're all in there. Yep. Matches with Sommer's notebook. Sommer wanted to bring Guri here. Carmelo had secretly been nursing his injuries with alcohol and couldn't get it from us. Gianni and Ruggiero had their own troubles too. Every member of ours they targeted was carefully selected. There aren't many records, but the shipment frequency is consistent. And that night was the first time they smuggled weapons into the city for sure. You were right. The judge did come looking for you at the camp. After she left, some familiar associates were tailing her in secret. So, I drove behind her car and came back here only after I saw her enter the courthouse. Good. There's also one more thing. What is it? I happened to see Luzavino's legal team hurrying into the courthouse. I asked around, and apparently not long ago the police suddenly showed up at one of the Saluza's wineries and took Alberto away. Venezia Trucking also got their cops at the door at the same time. The police and judges are inspecting their factories right now. Lavinia probably doesn't know about the weapons yet, but the car accident in Port Fire has already sent dangerous signals. Leon Tuz is injured and still hospitalized even now. As Nova Vecina Supreme Justice, she's trying her best to get the situation under control. She didn't use a direct method with us like she did with the other two. She went to a camp to warn us. In other words, an ultimatum. Wait. About what Ludmilla just said. Neither Alberto nor Venezia Jr. will willingly meet their demise. Lavinia's in danger right now. Those white guys only followed her with no intentions to harm her. We're in Nueva Vecina after all. We got cops patrolling the streets. Besides, they have an even better time slot available. You mean Carnival? We could let the judge know. Irene stays still for a long time before shaking her head. Are you still hesitant to let her know about the truckers' union? But can you really just stand here and watch something happen to her? She's not a bad person, at least. You got it wrong, Ludmilla. It's too late for us to stay out now. It's a familiar dare to make a direct attempt on Lavinia's life during Carnival. There's no choice to let truckers' union go. If that happens, we can only wait for the slaughter to happen. I'm just thinking what I should do. I don't want something like what happened with Summer to happen again. Jeez, you said happened so many times, girl. Giving Lavinia's direct warning isn't the best choice here. Ludmilla, did you see any weapons? How many were there? Based on the amount I saw and the total number of shifts on the schedule, I estimate there's enough Venetia weapons in the city to arm several tactical squads with dozens of people in each. We have more than 200 registered members, but if we conclude an ad hoc staff, contract workers, we'll have several times the number of people. I just realized the trucker union is actually the largest organization in Nuevo Rossini. Maybe we can manage it, protecting a single person in the dark. Do you really just want to protect that judge? Someone taught me one thing at least. No one can be trusted in the city but ourselves. So we can only protect ourselves, even if that means resorting to violence. When I was in Ursus, I knew someone with similar ideas. She lost herself in the end. You want to stop me? No. What happened with Summer needs proper ending. But, of course, he didn't want to see you lose yourself either. Irene, I guarantee you won't cross that final line. I promise you I won't, Ludmilla. I'm perfectly aware of what I'm doing. Are you, though? Are you? Oh, Carnival's gonna be a train wreck. And if we're lucky, only the political and families will be aware. Okay, it's probably good that it's short, though, because I have a feeling that 10 is going to be super long. Oh, we're getting ready for the carnival. Yes! Naomi! Takes a delivery from One More Slice. Pumpkin pepper, cheese, fries and sausage, supreme, devil's pepper, and classic mozzarella. She brought so much pizza. Pat, 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 pat. Thank you for working hard. Thank you for working hard. Honestly, she is. She makes me happy. She makes me happy. No, it's okay. Her family owns a pizzeria. That's why she always has pizza. Let her have this. She is good dog. Eat up. Can't work on an empty stomach. This one's yours, Senor Emperor. Should I call you consultant instead? Not bad. Soft and chewy crust. Nice meaty flavor. You got a card for this pizzeria? I made it myself at the dog worker's kitchen. I can write down the recipe for you if you want. Please, please give me the recipe. Naomi, I'm begging you. Please. No need to be shy. It's the least we can do. It's not for your help. We could possibly fix all the damaged floats before the parade tonight. She is adorable, doggo. I'm just thinking how attentive Circus and Pizza might go over with the Arknights. Maybe Exusa could add that to the menu at the ends of the earth. What about the Signori who's singing while working? Should we call him over? Hey, Big Mouth, over here. This will shut you up. Oh my god. Fucking Priest is here? Oh my god. Of course he is. I don't know what's worse, the way you break into song anytime, anywhere, that obnoxious singing voice of yours, or the song itself. I mean, what's the crap? You belt out that clapping together, you're building blocks in the jungle? Can't fix energy to work without a song. Unlike you, who's always sitting there giving advice, I'm the one who has to put the work and sweat. You got a reason to do that, and I don't. It was your float that got your ass burned, wasn't it? It was bad enough that it didn't look cool at all. But how could they just put it so close to that wolf? Well, all the other floats have their arms and legs stuck back into place. The only one that's left is the wolf with the pile of ash now. If you ask me, it would make more sense to spend time making the other floats look cooler than rebuilding one float. There's so many floats. Who would have missed one wolf? Fair enough. No, you can't do that. There's so many legends of the beast in Siracusa, but the wolf is special. City Hall's already announced the number of floats and what they're based on. People get anxious if one's missing. You know. Hey, Fatso, stop slipping that pie in your mouth. Pineapple? On pizza? Now that is what I call radical. Dude. I'm glad someone's having a good time and they can still be happy, because, like, everyone else is suffering. Do all Circan cops have to learn to make pizza? Oh, no. My papa has a pizza area in another city. I used to help out there. We're pretty well known. When I was little, I dreamed of having branches all over Circusa. Even our own dedicated headquarters plate. Maybe you've heard of Rod? Naomi Pizza. Once more slice, even when you're full. Nope. We never had the money to start a second one. Business was good. No one dared to pay for their food, but paying a protection fee takes up most of our profit. I came when I heard Royal Lucina Police Academy was recruiting. Maybe I'll be able to protect the shop once I become a cop. Yeah, they're just vibing. Naomi knows it's hard out there, but she's like, I'm doing my best. Does anyone want pizza? I know what you want to say. It sounds naive, doesn't it? Being a cop is so much harder. But then there's all this trouble that popped up the last couple of days. Think of this another way. Becoming a cop means you can change your slogan. Naomi Pizza. If it isn't good, you can lock me up. Oh. You remind me of my Zumama. The young always have simple goals and such strong motivation. This is your fault, Fatso. I don't even have time to tell Zumama I was coming. Ain't many parties worth bringing together, Big Mouth. Besides, we got serious business to talk about after the party. Anyway, I really appreciate it. We were at our wits' end when you guys offered to help. As for your compensation, I'll put in the application with City Hall as soon as the carnival is over. We got our compensation already. Emperor puts another pizza slice in his mouth. Holy shit. Man works for pizza based. Well, so this truth to end. This is good pizza after all. High Priest puts another pizza in his mouth. Gotta admit, it gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling to see that wolf burn to ash. So you... But it don't compare to the anger I felt when having a good party gets ruined. That's probably the chillest segment. I would not expect it to last. Oh, cruel fate. All other stalls are busy preparing to make a killing tonight. We're the only ones who've been given the death sentence. I don't care. You're eating all the losses. It's not fair. I did what I did with good intentions. I was trying to minimize the losses when the rain hit the other day. By getting the beer cart instead of the food drying cart, the food drying in the courtyard out in the open, mistakes happen. The beer cart is fully enclosed and equipped with a functioning thermostat. Who cares if it gets a little rain on it? But you have to push it back, and now you cost me the spot that took me so much effort to get. No stall, no food. This isn't Carnival. It's my funeral. Should have stuck to the movies. Yes, I have to deal with the mafiosi and all those fancy themselves filmmakers. But at least I could make a living. I shouldn't have listened to your tall tales and come here. You again? Oh, fuck. You're still here? Did you fall asleep on the spot after that ice cream? Father! Father! I really should take a photo of you right now. So what's stopping you? I'll pay if it looks good. Laterano pissed me off. Laterano pissed me off. He's a priest for the Laterano, and he pisses me off. I'm hoping I'm confusing him for someone else, because goddamn, he pisses me off. Huh? You said photo, right? Yeah. Today's the biggest day of Novosini. Everyone will show fully dressed. Masks, costumes, and massive serious floats. Definitely something I want to take a few photos of for the memories. I wonder, huh? Look, man. Man would see me and call me a slur. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Definitely something I would make a few photos of for the memories. But I can't stop something like that. Now when the parade keeps rolling. Wouldn't it be great if there was a professional photographer who could do it in my stead? Yeah. I mean, Fiametta still has the strongest Strongest line in this game, which I'll post later if you haven't seen it. Besides, it's better business than competing with everyone else selling beer and ice cream. To tell you the truth, your ice cream isn't that competitive. Not sweet enough. You heard the father. On for. Huh? What's gonna happen now? Go and get the camera, and don't forget to buy a few more rolls of film. Thank you. Can't have two furs on one tail. Looks like this guy and I just don't match. Problems always float to the surface, but there's always a way to deal with them. If I don't remember, just remind me. Just like ask like, oh, what was that line that you were talking about? I don't think there's a church in this town. Where did you come from, father? Montelupe? The capital. Did you come all this way for carnival? An old friend asked me to see what's all about. It's been a long time since Siracusa has had something this big after all. Like Lethian's Emperor celebration, which takes place every year and involves the entire country, it just gets bigger every year. Yes, it's been a long time since Siracusa had something big, something this big. I hope it doesn't rain. It would make it much harder to keep the peace. What are you doing, Senora Venecia? Hi, Imka. How you doing today? I know. She's back. What would you prefer, Imka or Tulka? You're not using the cloth anymore, right? Picked it out of the discarded pile. Just right for wiping my blade. Yes, you gotta oil the blade. It gets rainy there. I could get a piece of softer cotton cloth for you. No need for that. Okay, perfect. There'll be festivities on the street tonight. There's no need for you to stay at the Tailor de Montano. I promised Vargo to solve your problem. You found Lucino. Accompany me to the Via Venecia and bring him back. You've already helped so much. Thank you. Oh my god, Punchy. There's no need to thank me, Umberto. You saved Lucino yourself by convincing Venecia Senior to pursue the matters any further. If he's shutting himself in the room, I haven't seen him. Don't tell me he's run away again. If he runs away, just let him. So much has happened over the past couple of days. He's still young. He needs time to process things. Perhaps I've been too strict. Maybe he's just struggling with that view of you. His own grandfather, the old tailor, and once the terror of Siracusan dawns. You had that coming, Punchy. That's on you. Well, that's not important. What's important is how he views himself after he stood at death's door and learned all these things in the past. And he needs to figure it out. I don't have that much time left. Well, Senora Venecia, I bid you adieu. You already know, don't you? What? The culprit who hurt your daughter. And why would you say that? Did you forget I was once a killer too, Senora Venecia? Your weapon is sharp. Its head needs no honing. You're not in the habit of doing so. When a killer starts polishing their blade, they're either planning to put it away forever, or planning to put it in someone. Fair point. More conjecture than proof at this point. But at least I have something. That's why I said you don't have to thank me. You came to Novocene and stayed here at the Montanos to learn about the truth. Who planned the assassination? Who hurt Señorita Elisa? This was your assignment with Vargo, but if you learn the answer, there's no reason to continue. Besides, I don't have any troubles left to deal with. The game is not over yet. The Fangs are still in the city. I've crossed blades with them. They may be young, but they fight well. If I can find them, they can find you. You're old and frail, Umberto. This can only be one end. It is an end that's always loomed large. There's nothing you can do. Tonight, at least, I wish to be alone. Have a moment to quiet to myself. Fuck. Well, no wonder he's coming to Rhodes. Everyone he loved died. Everybody you had is dead. Alright, we'll be going. Hey, new face. What's at the old dispatcher? Shift changed half an hour ago. He's probably in rehearsal right now. Huh? Didn't you know? He used to be a saxist at the Teatro de Milano. They recruited him for the parade. I see. He's keeping you in the dark so he can show off tomorrow when his face is in the newspapers. Stronzo! So you're on duty tonight? Yep, I'm the new guy. On the bright side, the harbor's gonna be rather quiet because of all the festivities. Yeah. You take little moments. Turn the radio up and feel the festive spirit from here. I would go now if I were you. If you want to get to a good place before the procession. Alright, be seeing you. Phew. You almost let it slip. How about you do it then? Hey, I don't got acting experience, and you're the one who's the extra in the mayor's promotional video. It ain't the same thing. I was just being myself in the promo. You could always take another. You could always do another take. Screw up now, and all of Antonio's plans would have gone blown away. This is an important night for you, for me, and for all of Venecia. Once the city's firmly under control, Antonio will be good as his word. He'll support you in, what's the wording? Restoring the glory of Sicilia? I hope I just don't end up like Carla. What about our musista? Playing a saxophone in hell. That container over there. We'll deal with the body once the dust settles. You got the dispatch station then. Don't worry. Every vehicle that goes in and out of the port has to go through special checks. Venecia trucking trucks have been added to the list. The nomadic city position system has been turned off, with the exception of a single encrypted channel. Other than the familiar land ships, no vehicle will approach the city tonight. The rest of the boys are outside. Once a land ship approaches the city and starts docking, everyone who has seen a port who ain't part of this was going to disappear. What about Antonio? You think the bod needs to worry about him? Few hours left. Enjoy the night, Nueva Vocini. Enjoy the true carnival. Bit tight for opening speech, don't you think? The voice came from above. Oh, fuck, it's Lappy again. The White Wolf looks down from the top of the crane. Amusement on her face, surprise and shock at theirs. She frowns like she listened to some... she's a listener who can no longer tolerate the performance. Who are you? Have you been here all this time? Do her in, Gambino. Gotcha. I thought you said it was trite, but you're clapping. You just gave me the first twist, didn't you? You know, I was kind of hoping you would try to... How did he put it? Do me in? I wanted to, but I'm about to do something doomed to fail. Fair enough. Where's your little friend? Capone? Helping Venecia Jr. with some other stuff. Sicilian's been busy, huh? What do you want, Lapland? We've done enough for you. I can't... I mean... Venecia Jr. has put everything the family's built over the past few years into this. At this point, even if you want to sabotage it, there's not much I can do to help. You still think you know me, Gambino? Why would I make things hard for an old, friend? Just do the job the boss told you to do. What he's trying to do doesn't conflict with what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'm even trying to help him. It's Carnival after all. The night when all the wonderful dreams we have about the city come true. That's why you don't even need to kill this guy on the ground. Oops. She's insane. And I'm in for it. I'm 100% in for it. The things that let her do... Like, she'd probably kill me. She's gonna destroy me. The reason she's into Texas is because she wants to destroy each other. Holy shit, it's what I want. Do a little laughy laugh? I have to do it when we're, like, doing the entire thing. If she laughs, I will. Yeah, she can kill me if she wants. You really shouldn't be eager to prove you're a villain. No wonder Capone's ranking up citizen points so much faster than you. What else do you want me to do? I dropped something at the Villa Venecia? Bring it to me. What is it? A gift box. You mean the one that your little tailor was? Uh-huh. And get me a bunch of ribbons, balloons, spotlights, that kind of stuff. Hurry! I don't know if I can do her true laugh, like, all the way. The Long Carnival. Okay, sweet. Yeah, this is the final chapter. Because it only has these two. Okay, this has a before and after. This has a before and after. Yeah, we only have 5 left. Because these don't have any. Yeah. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a strange pink nightmare that roamed the Wild West. Its hide was black charcoal, its hair charred clouds, its horns twisted briar. Many were deceived by its beautiful mask, mesmerized by its sweet scent, fallen onto dreams, coming into nourishment. Dude, Project Red's gonna cost some shit and I'm so excited for it. The nightmare targeted Lupo children, once luring thousands of children away from the city in a single night. But the wise Sarkusa came up with a way to fight the terrible pink nightmare. The nightmare was afraid of wolves. When you saw it, you'd simply cry "Wolf" 3 times, and the nightmare would disappear without a trace. That's quite enough. I can't listen to any more of this. Oh shit! That's the nightmare? Oh my god. They got the entire group together. No need to get excited, Dolly. The musician isn't wrong. That's what Sarkusan's legends say about the sheep. If you're not happy about it, you could always just jump on top of his head from your sheep float. After all, no one would be surprised about anything that happens tonight, no matter how out of this world it is. I don't think Aslan will show up, because Aslan is similar to the Lupi, where they only appear for certain people. Not everyone can see them. They're not on the same level as Dolly, Priest, and Emperor. They're evil, I tell you. They're just little guys. Yeah, that's Emperor. Yeah. Aslan will only show up for Vanilla's lineage. There's probably more examples I can't remember right now, but it's quite often that there's like forces out of this world that only appear for some. Look, I just like getting chased by wolves. Playing hide and seek with them was one of the few hobbies I had during my time in Siracusa. How could they twist the story like that? Blasphemy, I say! Blasphemy! That ain't the word I'd pick for it. Stop throwing cold water on our fun. How'd the circus see you, Emperor? Tell him about the black-robed singer, Big Mouth. Well, once upon a time there was a Mafia don who loathed music and band in his city. Until a penguin singer dressed in a black robe arrived many years later. Welcome back, Alex. The Beast Lords show themselves... Yeah. Yeah. Honestly... The Beast Lords are just fucked. They're just there being goofy little guys, but like in the most chaotic way possible. When we started singing at Town Square, the citizens, having no conflict music, found it too noisy and tried to catch the singer, hand it over to the Dawn. But the singer was too quick and slippery, even for the most athletic young man. I don't think he'll ever be playable. I mean, the closest we got was the April Fools. Fair, fair. He continued to sing as more and more people joined the chase, which eventually turned to a great dance that engulfed the entire city. The singer sang for 3 days and 3 nights until the furious Dawn had enough and came to catch him personally. But the Dawn was caught up in the rivalry as soon as he walked out the door and was never seen again. Why does Emperor get to sound like a brave, clever hero when he's not half as wise as I am? Closure for real! I want Closure to be playable! Holy shit! That's the one I want! One day! Yes, Closure! Please! Please! We're getting more vampires! Put her in! It ain't about wisdom. It's about Graf Penguin's attitude towards music. Freedom and struggle. You never did listen to the albums I signed for you, did you? Closure's not an operator. She's just at the store. Not yet. Hopefully one day. Is she coming soon? Let's go. We're getting in the way. Juggles excitedly. Plays even harder. Shows off skills. Echo? Where's my Echo? Do you just realize you've been walking with a stranger for half an hour, Signora? Oh, I recognize your voice. You're that judge from Terni. I'm so sorry. The Lake of Familia made me lie in court. Taskmask. All the water under the bridge, Signora. Remember the rules of the Carnival? Look around to see a smiles around you. Fool and king, queen and priest. All are the same in their mask. Forget the scores of the past and let us toast to the future of Nova Volsini. I hope so. Okay, yeah, I think I remember seeing her new design, but one day, hopefully one day. Oh, she can drain something else. Please, please, Closure, just give me a minute, please. The crowd passes by 3 aristocrats of Beast as dotty clothes meander through the sea of people. All can see them. No one shows any surprise. In this ocean of revelry, not a single sea spray feels out of place. Maybe just read the lore. Shut the fuck up. You've said worse. A dozen massive floors from the ordinary row, carrying the visage of a wolf, sheep, penguin, cat, dog. Legendary beasts that have come together in the city to lead the procession. The streets are brimming, nay, overflowing, with plays and improvised performances. Musicians and acrobats seem locked into competition to outdo one another, forcing food carters to raise their voices even higher to paddle beer, pizza, and ice cream. I know I need to do the NPC goon list one day. This is even more exciting than an active volcano. Better than old Carnival. Even Fatso didn't enjoy that kind of party. Please don't dirty the word party by using the Mafia mask on Murderfest. One tree doesn't bear 2 fruits. The Circusen are just like those wolves. Thousands of years ago, we let the wolves out of the parties because those dumbass pups didn't know nothing about fighting and killing. So they came up with their own game. Luckily, the Circusens are smarter and they decided that things are worth celebrating besides killing and fighting for territory. I mean, I think you're going a little far there because, dear God, some of them are still so fucking stupid. Some of them are still so dumb and they're like, you know what? Let's just keep doing it. Exactly. Did they? Yeah. Yeah. As for the wolves that don't know how to change, they sense the same thing we do. They know something's not right. We're kindred after all. There's certain things that we need to talk about. I've met the ones that are less stupid, but they won't listen to anyone until their stupid game is done. Well, we got a saying again, which basically means, when in Londinium, do as the Londiniers do. Now, if it's any party, the Circusa better not let me down. Is there any thick accents operator you recommend for me? I mean, it depends what language. In the English, they have a lot of thick accents. Some of them that I'm not a huge fan of. Bagpipe, is that the one you're talking about? They're just little guys. They're bored little guys. Wind brushes against Dimitri's cheeks. The windows of the ward were closed when he left yesterday, and Lavinia had instructed the nurse to keep a close eye on the temperature this autumn season. But he sees only an empty bed when he looks up. It's been a while, Dimitri. I'm sorry, Senor Berlone, but this man isn't coming in. I tried calling City Hall and the courts to reach Judge Lavinia, but I couldn't get through. It's okay. You can leave. The racist sniper? You gotta be more specific. 90%. Yeah, isn't everyone racist? You gotta be a bit more. Are you talking about what's her face? Oh, she's right up right now. Oh my god. What's her name? Redbird. Oh my god. Is that who you're thinking of? I can't remember her name right now. I said her name earlier when I was saying like that she said the most racist shit or like the most fucked up shit. Oh my god. When did you wake up? I can't remember right now. The bright lights illuminate the skies and shine at the hospital ward. The noise of the crowd can be clearly heard through every window. Leon Tuzo stands next to the window. Toddy Fawns! Okay, that's not the one I was talking about, but yes, Toddy Fawns. Fucking Toddy Fawns. I don't like her bang, so I forget about her. The noise of the crowd can clearly be heard through every window. Leon Tuzo stands next to the window, gazing down into the city in revelry. He has changed out his patient clothes. There's no hint that he was in a coma not so long ago. I mean, a lot of them are racist, let's be honest. A lot of them are racist. The amount of slurs I'd hear a few hours ago. You know, I thought we were meeting up at the restaurant, not a hospital. Good. You still remember what you were doing before the accident. Looks like it didn't damage your brain. You sure didn't lose any time getting dressed as soon as you woke up. Don't tell me you plan to attend the festivities. Some tomboy VA? There's thankfully a lot of tomboys in this, so you gotta specify. Surely the nurses have told you that you need to lie down and get some rest. You're still wrapped in bandages underneath those clothes, aren't you? Just a little lightheaded. Got some pills for it, and I feel much better now. Leon Tuzo, why are you so stupid? Get back in the fucking bed. Oh my god. You know what? Actually, go ahead. If you want to die, it saves me the issue, because then I get penance. 100... He needs wife? No. Oh, we need wife. But he doesn't. He doesn't need her. Hundreds of thousands of citizens will be on the street tonight, celebrating the one-year anniversary of Nuova Vicini. The original plan calls for the parade to start with the expansion plate, travel through 23 streets across the 9 plates, will be joined by various festivities. At midnight, they will arrive at Court Square, where I will address the crowd and welcome a new day together with them. City Hall has contingency plans. Your inauguration can surely wait until you're in better shape. Do you really think that, Dimitri? Leon Tuzo turns around. Okay, one thing I will comment about the art for this event. The person who drew this event clearly knows how to draw women better than guys. Because, like, I know he's pretty slender, but he's never looked more of a twink than, like, right now. Oh, I'll say it. I'll say it. It's still beautiful artwork, don't get me wrong. But he went full twink. Welcome in, Hobbit. Lavinia has yet to announce the cancellation of the speech. I don't think it's because she forgot to. Submissive and breedable mayor of Movable Vicini? Holy shit. I have a rough idea what's been going on these past few days. The car accident at the Port District, the fire at Nuova Vicini Port. What will the citizens think if their mayor misses tonight's scheduled event? If Carnival concludes without a hitch, then the worst thing to come out of my absence is that I lose a few approval points. But if there's something hidden under that bright lights outside the window, I need to be at the scene. Let's schedule a dinner another day. Today. The carnival has begun. The whole city is busy. Didn't you hear the doctor? Neither City Hall nor the courts are answering their phones. I'm afraid they have their hands full right now. I brought some people with me. We can escort you to the scene. You don't have a choice, Leon. If you know what's been happening this past few days, then you have at least an inkling of what's been going on between me and Saluzzo, but you didn't bring it up. Dagda? Really? Can I ask why? I have some things I have to tell you. Today's the day. Today's the chance. Leon Tuzik glances at his old friend. The threat in Dimitri's words are thinly veiled. After a brief moment of silence, Leon Tuzik extends his hand. I'll be counting you then, Dimitri. It's the eyes? I can see that. Yeah, I can see it. Just like old times. God damn it, it's Grandma again. How are you feeling, Grandma? You're lost, my child. I'm looking for the last true wolf. I've wasted too much time. Easy, my child. It's not your fault. Grandma has taught you how to tell the scent of a true wolf's pelt. But the last true wolf is clever. He's a weaver of pelts, hiding his scent perfectly. He is a... tailor. Grandma guides me. I will find the true wolf. Wait for me, Grandma. De Montano. Oh, so... What is it, Lamilla? Red Hood. That one again? Where? The alley up ahead. I could have recognized her from a mile away. Man, we were just taking a minute to change the tires and you run into her again? You want to go after her? Let's get back on the truck. Reen's waiting for us. Oh! Oh! Progress? Oh, I'm actually proud of her. Holy shit. Holy shit. Character development. I left somewhere at the accident scene last time in order to go after her, which just seemed to lead to all kinds of crazy shit. You know what's funny? I kept running into bad luck just like I kept running into her. It's like a curse I couldn't shake. It's a brutal pack of wolves that we're facing today. I've seen what they're capable of. Yeah, a lot of women in this game are hot and it's dangerous. Yeah, she's like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Nah, never mind. That's why I need to be with you guys this time. Well, nothing for you to be ashamed of. The bastards taunted you when you tried to get revenge and killed your mentor. You're way calmer than I would have been in your shoes. Yeah. She just got abducted by truckers. She became a trucker. Holy shit. She just gotta keep on trucking. She's gonna keep on trucking. That's what Crown Slayer's now doing. She's just gonna keep on. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Lap is crazy taxi. Honestly, yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god. Honestly, I hope she lets me and Texas become fake taxi. I hope that's what it allows. You know what? Once we get all this crap out of the way, we'll come with you to find her, beat her up, and tie her behind her truck so that she gets to know what dust tastes like. Nobody messes with our ragazza afortunada. Well, let's get going. Damn it, boss, this place was hard to find. Our guy's in position, but are you sure we don't want to be on scene at the time like this? Come, look. Court Square? Man, this house is so close to Court Square. I took so many turns on the way here that I thought I ended up in another district. Hell, I could see the posters on the courthouse windows. Holy shit. Yeah, it is fun, but man... Another day, another no happy endings in Terra. Well concealed, but offers a perfect view of the square and the surrounding streets. I'll be giving orders in real time from right here until the dust settles. How would you get on such a prime real estate in such short time? That's been under my name in a long time. I bought it soon after I came to Nueva Volcini. I'd come here from time to time when I wanted some time off. To stare at the courthouse and city hall? How are things with the old man? No problems. The seat's crowded. They've got enough whiskey, cigars, and classic records to keep him busy all night. Yeah, I feel like it just gets... This is the funny hee-hee ha-ha event for reference. It's like, god damn it, it's just gonna keep getting worse. It's not even a main story. Well, it's not a main chapter. Yeah, you got a point, Goat. We do got, like, the super raids going on, so, yeah. The port? Gambino got everything set up. Our landship is the only thing that's coming to the city tonight. It's almost time, come to think of it. All our vehicles are being deployed around Valsina Port. The goods will be delivered by any associate of the Familia once the landship has docked. Then, it's up to us. Where's the parade procession? The new art district, where the theaters and entertainment establishments are. There's lots of performances on the street, and activities for visitors to interact with floats. At least an hour until it gets here. We have a small number of select Familia associates nearby, equipped with weapons that we had to smuggle in. The square is undermanned, with most of Nuova Lasini's police keeping order among the parade route. Suppress the courthouse and other administrative buildings quickly and effectively. Also, welcome in, Goat. I think that's like all of Arknights. Because everyone constantly thinks they're justified. You don't think that's the case? End of the day, even the families are trying to do things for the benefit of the family. So, I don't think... Okay, one thing I enjoy about Arknights is all the villains are doing things for a reason. For family? Wizadel! My wife is back. My wife has returned to me. Welcome back. Besh, thank you, but you don't have to come in with donating every time. Welcome in. Stop saying that? Man, you're just jealous because you can't have a wife. Con, welcome in. It's treating me very well. Honestly, yeah, it is, Goat. You're right. It could be a lot worse. With the port and the courthouse in our hands and the supplies in the landship, Familia Venezia will come to the de facto rulers of Nueva Vicini. It's time for Nueva Vicina to wake up for the revelry. I just thought of something. City Hall's plans call for the parade to be welcomed at the square by Luentu's inaugural speech, where he's going to talk about stuff with the new order and Circus's future and whatever. You gonna say something too when you're welcomed by fully armed associates of the family Venezia? There's no need, Capone. If you need to think about something, think about whether you still remember how to use your weapons after all this time you spent working at the vehicle company. Could always be about the ocean? We will one day have a wife. Look, man, play Arknights and you'll have many wives. Why have one when you can have a harem? If you need to think about something... Oh, yeah. Think about whether you still remember how to use your weapon after all that time you spent working at a vehicle company. Ah, yeah, no. It could be a lot worse. All good. I know your history, Capone. The Sicilians started the first city-state war in the history of Syracuse. You looted through the city, pointing weapons to all who had resisted or spoken up, and harvested the tails of the vanquished with sickles. Jesus Christ, man. That was Syracuse's first carnival. Even the name came later. This is your chance to prove the history of Syracuse began with you, Sicilian. I need at least the first. Time to download Arknights. Well, that sort of talk is better than for Gambino. He's the one who could never stop talking about Sicilians. Lungman, Volsini, Nuova Volsini. We've gone from one place to another over the years. Sicilians fell in hard times after Signora Cecilia abandoned her familia. Which is why I've never forgotten how to pull the trigger. Good. Do it. Leon, you dumb fuck. Hey, at least they have pizza. Happy Carnival, signore. Have a balloon. Thanks. Hey, wait a minute. Is the parade here already? I thought I would hear the folks from at earlier stops. Ugh. You're... Slower on the uptick than I thought. What did you think was going to happen? This isn't Senor Mayor's promotional video, where we go to the ground as soon as the cops tag us. They've been out on the job for what? 1 year? This isn't no familia Nueva Rossini. Did you think that they would have the skill or the guts to put heads on the line when all they do is issue traffic tickets? It's starting. Left side of square is clear. Right side, same here. The roads that connect the courthouse and the administration building is secure. No survivors. Caught a few paper pushers as they were coming out. Damn, one got away and went back into the courthouse. Alright, no complaining. It's time. Do it. What time is it, Texas? 11? Here's your whiskey with ice. Thanks. You've been looking at these route maps over and over again, Lavinia. Take a break. The area around the square has been cleared of most non-relative personnel. Traffic control is in effect until the new art district to the courthouse. All that left is to wait for the procession. What's your decision? You're not concerned that it would cause a panic if it's the last Texas who makes the midnight speech rather than the acting mayor as originally planned? No, I'm not. Every float tonight's themed after a legendary beast. However mysterious or cruel, and many citizens have put masks to play the wolf pack. Beast or man, they walk together tonight in Nueva Rossini. I can think of nothing more appropriate for the carnival than having its last Texas give a speech to the citizens about a better future. And I can think of no one else who can take Leon Tuzo's place as a guest of honor. Alright, let me see that draft again. Sorry, Texas, but I need to prepare for all possible contingencies. You've looked on edge since you came back from the truckers' camp. I've done what I could with the time I had, but the threat isn't eliminated. Tonight. Oh, shit. At least Texas is here, and she's one of, like... She's honestly probably the strongest operator in game. Judge Lavinia! What's the matter? Is that blood on your clothes? A large group suddenly showed up at the square. They took out the police. Who were they? Suzumon is also very strong. But, like... Texas Alter and Wizadell, those are probably the strongest if we're gonna be fully honest. I couldn't tell. They were all dressed in costumes, wearing carnival masks. Oh, have you not seen Texas Alter's? Holy shit, Texas Alter is really strong. Yeah, Wizadell will destroy everything indiscriminately, though. At least Texas will have some poise with it. And they look like they're ready to charge into the courthouse. Get your wounds treated, I'll check it out. No, Judge Lavinia, they're all over the square if you go out now. If that's the case, hiding here won't do any good. Yeah. You got a point, Bulwark. I'm with you. Good. Stay here, Lavinia. I'll deal with what's going on outside. Suzumon! I think she's gonna be holding back until she finds who hurt Lisa. Irene? It's all wise guys. They want this building and the Supreme Justice. You! I'm here to protect you. Protect me? How? What the? Lavinia rushes to the window. I think so. I think it's 59. The pack of beasts have laid dormant in the darkness, begun their hunt. Elaborately dressed, masked figures emerge from the alleys they approach the courthouse in orderly formation, quickly making their way through the police lines. And no further. A truck appears out of nowhere, coming to a screeching stop in their path. The police barricade has sent it flying, makes a dull sound as it hits the ground. Then a second, and a third, as the trucks after truck barge into the square. Demonstrating surprise coordination, they form a tight line between oncoming crowd and the courthouse, stopping in its tracks like a dam stops the tide. Shit. I know she's gonna be fine, but god damn it. They won't get near the courthouse for a while. I feel like I've seen this before. Perhaps you've seen City Hall promotional video for Signor Bellone. Then insurgent mafioso block off the courthouse with trucks, creating an area in the city where the police cannot reach, allowing them to extract wanton violence. That was inspiration. I wouldn't have thought of it if it wasn't part of the shoot. Irene closes the window. Time is short, Lavinia. There is much we need to resolve. Is she going to tell her everything? I think that was the before. Even that one wasn't super long. What is this? A list of people who have been coercing drivers to smuggle contraband into the city, compiled with the truckers' testimonies. It is the same people behind the accident that night. The fire in Arrow Scene Port and the insurrection at the square that's happening right now. The Mafia. Oh yeah, the last one is probably going to be the longest. I see. You should have told me about things that were happening with the truckers' union. I went to the camp yesterday but didn't find you. Too late for that, Your Honor. The most important thing right now is to put these people on trial. Trial? They want to take over the courthouse and eliminate the greatest threat before Carnival is done. First, Senor Leon Tuzo, then you, Judge Lavinia. They are no longer citizens of Nuevo Lucini. They have violated everything that the new Urban Management Act stands for. I think I wouldn't say it was shorter. What I would say, it's like in the middle. It's obviously not as long as some of the other ones, but it's like average. That being said, I am thankful for it because since I was away on the Italy trip, it gives me time to read it before it ends, and my throat might not be shot. Fingers crossed, it might not be shot. The evidence is right before you. The drivers are the witnesses. Signorina Texas here belongs to neither the government, the family, nor the truckers' union. She's eminently qualified to be the jury. And you are the Supreme Court Justice of Nuevo Lucini. The conditions that I've met for an emergency judicial procedures. Did I get the term right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A one-person jury. Under extreme circumstances, the courts may, when basic conditions have been fulfilled, try persons to present a significant risk to the public security of Nuevo Lucini and Absentia. Yeah. Some of them are really long. The most important matter at hand is to bring the situation under control, to ensure their safety as citizens and soothe the progress at the carnival. That's what I'm here for, Your Honor. Deliver your judgment and the Tuckers Union will carry it out. Is that so? This list of names you gave me. It's a little too detailed to read. Venezia, Cecilio, Medici, Liotto, Genovese? All these familiar on the square outside? Nobody on the list is innocent, Your Honor. If emergency judicial procedures are activated, once I sign this verdict, everyone on the list will become an outlaw under the new Urban Management Act. By law, anyone may apprehend, even execute them at their own discretion without legal consequence. What kind of law is this woman? Holy shit! Anyone can execute an outlaw? Bro, what in the Wild West? What the fuck? Oh god, Kalsa just loves to talk, and that's all she can do. Martial law? No, martial law would be kind of the... it's allowing anyone, like citizens included. She is trying to make things better, but I guess, like... honestly, this is still better. This is still better, but holy shit, what the fuck, Lavinia? The present situation is not enough for me to justify such a measure. But they're here for you, Lavinia, and they're not coming with good intentions. That may be true, Irene, but what intentions are you coming here with? Why have you surrounded the courthouse with all these trucks? Is it to protect a friend? Or to take an opportunity to solve a problem that you're facing? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's Wild West or some medieval shit. Not something like... God, what the fuck? Because, I mean, I guess it's a bounty, basically. Holy shit. When he came to camp yesterday, I was trying to find Sommer's body. Thank you for remembering him. Yes, he's dead. I mobilized a lot of people, but we never found his body. I don't know who killed him, but I know he or she is out there in the darkness below. It's not any one man or woman who killed him. It's a shadow that has hung above our heads, one that's continued to stalk us even after coming to this new city. I want the murderers to get punishment they deserve. I want to protect the rest of them, prevent the same fate from befalling anyone else. That's my intention, Your Honor. I should go. They're not used to this kind of stuff. I gotta be by their side. I know it's a lot to take in at once, but you need time to process. I'll make sure you're not disturbed. But don't take too long. Fuck. Holy shit. Penance needs a day off after this. Give her a spa day. Give her a day where she just chills. No court, nothing. Leon Tuzo, give him the day off too because it'd probably make her happy. Holy shit. What's going on? An ambush? Did City Hall know about our plans? I saw the leader go into the courthouse. She must have gone to see that judge. What she's scared of? It's trucks, not tanks. The government's so scared they have to hide behind a bunch of truckers. Forget them, we're going in. Irene, what do we do? Give her some time. Signore, signori, I know who you are, and I know what you're planning. I suggest you go no further. It's quite a scene. I never imagined there would be a festival in Syracuse like this, where everybody's a part of it. It's because the city belongs to all of them. Tell me, Leon, those grand dreams of yours, how many cities like this will there be in Syracuse? You're quiet. It's not like you. Just thinking about whether I should give you an actual figure, or just say all of Syracuse. If Neurocene is the only place where this legal system, this new order without the familia exists, then it'll be nothing but a lonely island on an ocean. There is something Lavinia and I have taken to heart. One lonely island in a swamp matters little. Before that, though, I must demonstrate to Signora Cecilia that it's possible in Syracuse. Honestly, considering at the end of the... all of them have connections to the Mafia because of... I mean... it's Syracuse. I think they can handle themselves. A lot of them have done dirty work. But yeah. Yeah. We're dealing with assassins. How many people, how many things will you leave behind in the process? You haven't changed one bit, Leon. You're firm, unwavering, and very talkative when you talk about your dreams. But I'm not interested in engaging philosophical debate about the future of Syracuse you have here. In the past few months, City Hall has rejected all applications by business associated with the Ballones. You're behind it, aren't you? I won't deny it. I can understand why you did it. You want to separate yourself from the past, to demonstrate the purity of City Hall. Who's the one who hasn't let the Familia go? You remember how some associates of the Familia chose to stay 1 year ago, even after most left after what the old man did. What you don't know is that we discussed where we should go from there. There wasn't a unanimous agreement about the remaining associates to keep the below name. Even if that name puts a target on our backs for the rest of the other Familia. For all our enemies, and gives us trouble after trouble. Even if it's forces us to seek new opportunities in Nueva Vocini. They don't regret it. They had lived together, fought together, and bled together under the below name. Carved out our own bit of turf together. Earned the respect of everyone together. Not even the betrayal of the Dawn and his heir could shake the sense of belonging. You and the Dawn wanted to do anything, do away with the old and bring in the new, to change this country from the foundation. How admirable, how determined. But isn't it a little cruel if there's no room in your great ambitions for the fratelli who had your backs all this time, who had gone to hell and high water with you? They respect you, Leon, but they're also disappointed. Yes, disappointed. You knew. How cold of you, Leon Tuzo. If Nueva Vocini rejects purely because the mayor was once the heir of Bologna, because of the potential backlash that permitting that entry of a loan business might bring, the problem can be solved by taking you out of the equation. Your men are in place nearby. The reveling crowd pays no heed to us. It's not hard for you. I mean, no, he doesn't. But to be fair, any guy that, like, had her, in our opinion, would probably not deserve her. Barely an inconvenience. I said a year ago that I'm not responsible for those left behind. I had intended to tell you this, that night at the restaurants. I had to push it back a few days. I don't have anything to do with your accent, Senor Mayor, but I will not hesitate to get you out of the way, if you become an obstacle to us. I believe it. You were never the joking type. So, what's that sound? An even bigger float? Did City Hall plan a surprise for the parade? Punchy, you deserve no one. You can't handle half of that, let alone all of that. I don't know how many of you are skulking out there tonight, but I tell you pretty much every driver in the guild is here, be it full members or temporary contractors. Huh, strength in numbers, she says. What's next? Do you whip out a spanner over the trunk or something? I'll tell you what. Get out of my sight right this instant, all of you, and I'll pretend I didn't see you tonight. I never thought we could stop you through strength of numbers alone. A bunch of haulers who could hardly hold their own in a drunken brawl, much less fight to the death. That's already hard enough. There's too much on the life we have to give up. You've proven one thing. The family will never give a second thought about us. Not now, not then, not ever. Continue to cower, and we'll all continue to see blood. Our own, our friends, our families. It's been a full 10 minutes. Can you reach Gambino? No, I ain't getting through this at all. Something's not right. The Lancia should have reached the rendezvous point and made port, and the convoy should have been on their way already, but there's no movement at the docks at all. Are you going to listen to that driver talk all morning, Capone? They're just a bunch of haulers, Antonio. Are you sure? They're in the way, Capone. What's going on? Feels like the whole plate is shaking. Came from the direction of the port. Hey, that way. That's our land ship, right? Oh shit, is it Lappy? A balloon escapes the thread that bound it and rises to the air for a dozen seconds, until it's able to, comes to an abrupt end when it meets the corner top of a massive object. It's a custom-built cargo land ship. A massive vehicle that travels from city to city. Its enormous resembling hull able to protect massive amount of cargo from catastrophes and hazardous terrain. It is not an object that one would expect to see inside a city. But it's forced its way into Nuevo Vicini by brute force, its track crushing all the ground underneath, sending gravel flying. It tears building apart like paper as it brushes past them. The resultant rumble falls from the sky like rain and stone. What is she doing? It shows no sign of stopping even as it enters a square, casually brushing aside the trucks that surround the courthouse, while mafiosos and truck drivers alike scatter, fleeing for their lives. The teeth. I love the teeth on it. Finally, slowly, the landship comes to a rumbling halt. That's when there was noise. There was ribbon and balloons all over this behemoth of steel, meant to roam the wilderness. It is here for the festival. Ciao! Why so serious, wolf cups? It's Carnival. A time to celebrate and party! Be it administration or taunt, all you can hear is a voice coming from the deck of the landship. She's built so different. The white wolf removes her mask, and no one can take their eyes off of her. Holy! Beams of spotlight sweep away from the darkness around her. The tactful night breeze brushes upon the bright red on the shoulder. The best tailor in Syracuse has wept those roses and blood into the dressed white wolf, equally at home on the stage or in the winds. She's picked up arts and crafts for real. Seemingly satisfied at the reaction of the audience of the mafiosos and truck drivers, Lapland devises her brightest smile and takes a graceful bow. Welcome in, scum! Shall we dance? Fall behind, lose your tail. Well, why are you standing there like a bunch of statues? The least you could do is give below a kiss or two. This is the final stop for the Night of Wonders. What are you doing, if not welcoming the parade with the grandest show of them all? Oh, I see. Most of you are still empty-handed. My bad, my bad. A game has got to be fair and the performance has got to be grand. Thankfully, someone prepared props ahead of time. Music begins to play and Lapland puts her foot towards the rhythm, acting like she owns the place, kicking box after box off deck. All the while, she never stops talking. The boxes break apart mid-air, sending their contents scattering across the plaza. Arts units, guns, staves, crossbows, originating explosives. It's a rain of weapons that falls everywhere. All one has to do is stretch out to their hand and pick up the raindrops. Oh, Lapland! Girl! Yes, they are weapons. Don't be shy! Don't be shy! It's what you've been waiting for! What you've been looking for, isn't it? No rush, no hurry! There's plenty for everyone! The night is young, Nuevo Vicini! The White Wolf of Sazlo has hijacked our landship. Is this all Bertra's doing? No, the use of a landship with a last-minute decision. Bertra hasn't shown any signs of interfering other than two of us butting heads on the matter of the Truckers Union. What is that Lapland thinking? She's not doing this for fun, is she? Oh, she absolutely is. Still can't get through to the Gambino. You better pray he's still alive. No need to be anxious. Yeah, she's got a lot of free time. Lapland just spared us the effort of delivering the weapons to Square. Other than the commotion being a little bigger than expected, things are largely going according to plan. I'm going to the docks. Lapland's just one Lupo. Even if something did happen at the is she though? Even if something did happen at the Nuevo Vicini port, there will be enough time to deal with it. You take care of things here at the Supreme Square, or the Court Square. Get the guys from the adjacent districts to come towards the Court Square. Take inventory and make sure the goods are delivered properly. The city's brain and heart is what's really important. Once that's under control, everything else will fall into place. You got it. I had the boys clear a path that takes you away the parade and cops so that you can get to Nuevo Vicini port in the shortest amount of time. The route has been sent to your terminal. I'm on my way. Capone? Wasn't easy to get you out of the shadows, boss. Is betrayal Prowl Sicilian tradition too? Who are you wagging your tail to? City Hall, Saluzzo? Or one of the other familia that's trying to take advantage of the situation in the city? Oh, just putting you in touch with somebody who wanted to meet you. Antonio hears footsteps behind him. He turns around and sees a familiar figure at the end of the alley, walking slowly towards him. Oh, shit! As for your question, you weren't such a bad boss, you know. Temperamental, but sharp. I actually felt pretty guilty when that crazy Lapland came knocking. Glad I don't feel that way now. Thanks for that one. The familia got 100 ways to deal with enemies and traitors. Cut their tongues, slit their throats, bury them alive with their families. We're villains through and through, and there ain't much we could do. But no familia would raise a hand against honest folk who pay their protection money. What? Times may change, but there's some rules in Circusa that never do. I guess, when it's all said and done, you're still a Bolivarian, Antonio. That was quick. You need to get your news faster. I was waiting nearby all this time. Still, thank you. If you want to thank someone, thank Lapland. Not that I have any clue what she's planning. If I get a chance. Need a hand? You can go. Ingrid. Is he actually gonna die? Texas stand at the roof of one of the administrative buildings. She had come here from the courthouse rooftop. The night wind rustles her clothes. She has to keep herself pressed against the fence as she moves towards her mark, ignoring the commotion on the ground. That land ship, it's registered for Venetia Trucking. They secretly brought entire ships full of weapons. It's no longer a secret. Lapland's actions threaten to cause the situation to spiral out of control. Maybe that's what she wants. Never expect an attention-seeking lone wolf to act rationally. It's not me that Lapland's after this time. I'm concerned that she might not stop at this. She once said all of Circus is her enemy. Go, Texas. But you'll be by yourself. Not much we can do here trapped in the courthouse. The best we can do is to neutralize potential risk as best as we can. Both Vanessa and the truckers unit are here for me. That's why I must stay. Besides, I can't really move like you do. I don't think Irina intends to do anything to me. For the time being, at least. I don't think she's going to do anything to you, period. As for Lapland, leave her to me. The land ship's towards the ground. The square's in mayhem. The courthouse door is blocked. How will you get to her? Texas only misses her friends at the Penguin Logistics. Croissant would bash a path through the chaotic crowd with her shield. Exile would probably come up with something even more outlandish. Texas takes one look at the estimated direction. She takes a deep breath and takes a leap of faith. Damn! Fucking superhero land and everything. What a dramatic entrance, Texas! What, not happy that I stole your show? Why would I be when you're so eager to come and see me? Did you break your leg? Do you need a doctor? Well, it's not like a doctor could get here in this mess. Just find a place to sit down. Sit where? You've turned the deck into a stage? I mean, Sora's just gonna sing. Sora's just a little guy. Yeah, Texas is amazing. Did you seriously get this costume custom made just for this? It's the Carnival after all. Looks better than what you're wearing, doesn't it? Hey, Gambino! What are we, some sort of Arknights? Holy shit. Have you given out all the candy? There's a little left in the hold. Go deal with that candy thief in the hold. I think he came up with you. Leave the front row seats to me in Texas. Shut the fuck up, Punchy. You've had good dialogue. God damn it! Go away! Look, the poor child. The box is cracked next to him, and a whole box of weapons spilled into his arms. See how he stares with the mouth agape? Doesn't he know how it works? The ones in the mask have seen him. He raises the guns in his hand by instinct. She pisses me off so much. Finally talking, Caesar. What did you think? It's not just like I didn't want to speak. Agnes, Vargo, we were ready to rip your throat out until that little pup showed up. Is that what Lapland wanted to show us? Only a little better than those colorful streets and flippin' fireworks. Does the human gate refer to how humans still refuse to remove their absurd mask and show their true face? Is this worth all the Signori de Lupi gathering here tonight? Yeah. Honestly, she's crazy, but like, she's cute, so it's okay. Are you anxious, Caesar? Well, Vargo's the one who should be anxious right now. Thanks to your help, Red should be paying a visit to Taylor de Montono as we speak. I am ashamed of you, Zaro. Huh! Is that emotion worthy of Signori de Lupi, Vargo? Besides, you were the one who broke the rules first. You interfered directly with the game. The killer that you had and Higashi Dog Fine attacked the fangs of Caesar and Agnes in public. There have been too many irregularities this round. Agnes, Vargo. Is it a position shared more than one kindred? The game itself must be reviewed. But you know, Punchy, it's like that girl who killed her boyfriend and everyone was calling her the Yandere killer, and I was like, well, she's hot. I'd let her kill me. And it's like, bro, she just assassinated someone. What is wrong with you people? If cute, allowed to do anything. The wolves that laid lazily upon the desk suddenly sprung up. With Caesar, the Signora de Lupus surrounding Vargo and Agnes, shifting and crouching, and while bellowing belligerently. If not for the night wind that drowned out the sound of the Signora de Lupi hunt, those on the ground would have been overwhelmed by terror beyond fathoming. Well, well, after all this year, we're going back to using our literal fangs. Shut up, Zaro. The last 3 flangs have revealed themselves. Signora de Lupus shall stay here until the round is decided, and shall not interfere in the matter. Any violation shall be exiled from the pack and be punished in the most cruel way for all eternity. The pack has spoken! Let us watch with patience. Let us see if the human game is truly much more interesting, as Lapland said. Vargo? Didn't nobody tell you by the rules of Siracusa, sneaking to somebody else's turf gets your leg cut off at the knee? Now get out of the box and go sit in the corner. It's you who should sit down, big guy. Oh, it's you, little de Montano Taylor. So after I spared your life, you tailed me to Novosini port and sneak onto a land ship? You had talent for this front, I'll give you that. I wouldn't have known what you were smuggling so much weapons in the city if I didn't. What's Venezia Jr. planning? What do you think? Have you any idea how many people will die? I mean, he's still a twink. He's now a twink with vengeance? The opposite of what his grandfather wanted, but like the second he became an operator, that was clear. Didn't you want to join the family and become somebody? Never thought that what somebody had to do to get in there. Nona was right. Somebody like you kept ordering new clothes because they kept getting soaked in blood. You're no big shot. Nono's too good for people like you. If I was you, I'd listen to my Nono, swallow my tears, and learn how to sew buttons. I won't let you. Who's gonna stop me? You? I mean, yeah, at least, yeah. Yeah. Twink with personality is at least better than Twink. Get back! Lucino kicks open the plank. Red sewing threads nimbly weaving through it, with Lucino holding the end. He's pretty fun to use? Even though that makes him tough to... I see. I will probably never use him. I will show you guys my operators later. Actually, after this chapter, I'll show you guys my operators, and you're gonna see exactly what I mean by I'll probably never use him. Explosive? You learned that from the movies? All the version of explosive are connected by this thread. All I need to do is pull, and these weapons will burn to ash. You know what's gonna burn to ash? You. It's not because I'm merchant. I'll show you in a second. Or give up the dream of becoming a familiar somebody? Decide to be a hero who teaches a familial lesson? Sure, the headlines will be talking about the young hero Lucino who saved the Nuevo Vicini. Maybe you'll get a medal from the mayor. You won't be the little tailor anymore. Everyone will tip their hats when they see you on the street. That's enough, pup. I don't got time to play what I want to be when I grow up with you. I don't need that. What are you talking about? I cause trouble. I deal with it myself. No one needs to know. Luciano de Montana won't spread his entire life as a nobody. Maybe I'll never be more than a tailor, but right now, I don't think so. And I don't like the way you're talking, big guy. Don't look down on tailors. You don't know what we do to, with a needle and a thread. You know, kid, I'm starting to like you. You remind me of me when I was a pup. Huh? Two things are common knowledge by the time I was old enough to know my own name. Cecilia is the oldest familia in Siracusa. And it ain't around no more because of Signora Cecilia. All who tried to curry favor with Signora Cecilia came up empty. And all who tried to revive Familia were banished. The name Cecilia was a big fat joke. But it became my level without my say-so. Just like how everyone calls you Little Tailor. That's why I told myself that I'm going to be somebody. All of Siracusa is going to know the name Gambino Ricci, the Sicilian. Yeah, I don't really build guys. Well, I build some guys. If I like them, I do. Or if they make me laugh. And how'd that go? Didn't go. If you want just Vinicia Jr. to suffer, he's suffering right now. The ship ain't under his control. You're barking up the wrong tree, kid. You see that crazy bitch on the deck? Stay clear of her. She's trouble. You think I'd believe? I'm just too young. Thought Luciano was when it happened. Okay, Hoder, the hoe is my wife's husband. I absolutely built him. That's my wife's husband? Why would I not? I had to do it. Gambino's been drawing closer and closer. Even worse, Luciano has actually snapped the thread in panic. But there was no explosion, nothing. Everything was obscured by fog. The next instant, he saw Gambino floating mid-air, and he finds himself in mid-air too, falling off the landship and heading straight towards the ground. He seems to hear a faint sigh. Kazo, what is wrong with the White Wolf? What is she doing? Formubin picked up weapons. Have the guys nearby joined up here? Get a group on board the landship. It belongs to us. Gotcha. Stop right there. Irene's order. Nobody gets through. Merda. When will these haulers learn to give up? Well, looks like we won't be disturbed for a while. What's that look on your face? I was expecting more gratitude from exposing the familiar plot to bring violence back to Nuevo Vicini. Maybe even a medal. Like this? This is not Suin and Lungmin, Lapland. And those arts units explosive aren't candies. Hundreds of mafiosi are trying to take over the courthouse and city hall. And there's many out there that will try revelry who want to see things get worse. You know what this means as well as I do? That Familia haven't changed their ways and decided another civil disorder? That Nuevo Vicini isn't really any different from any other 22 nomadic cities in Siracusa? Or that Carnival is finally living up to its name? There's almost 1,000 truck drivers on the square. The Mafias are picking up the weapons, and the ordinary folk have to do the same in order to protect themselves. I'm the size of a Lego citizen? Bro, if that's the case, I'm gonna snap everyone's ankles. Holy shit. If I was tiny, I would just snap everyone's tendons. Why did you decide to come down from the sky, Texas? Who blocked the courthouse doors? The mafioso are not the only ones wearing masks on the square. Familia Venezia has been plotting to take over the city with these weapons. You need to discover the plot. These drivers need to protect themselves. All I did was bring out enough to open what everyone wanted. You know how much I hate chess players. I prefer to put my foot down on the chessboard. Tonight is Carnival. It's time to review the process the city has made in the past year. Everyone has the right to express their views and their demands about it, don't they? Candy alone isn't enough to make everyone happy. Look over there. Damn. No rush, Texas. I know you have a lot of questions, but why don't we make the bet first? Not interested. I'll take that as a yes. You were always more alert, more vigilant than everyone. You never claimed to have a high and lofty ideas, but you have a funny way of ending up on whichever side stood for justice, whether in Yan or Siracusa. The time now is 11:30. The parade procession will arrive at the court square in 15 minutes. Who do you think will fire the first shot? Will hundreds of thousands of Nova Volcines see two groups lining the streets to welcome them in perfect peace and harmony? Or will they see the streets run red with the blood and bring this truly Sicilian festival to its climax? I've seen weather forecasts. Clear skies are expected tonight. There will be no rain to wash away the blood. Damn. Okay, I'm going to show you the operators really quickly. That was part 2 of 9, I believe. I'll double check after this, but... Okay, let's go with rarity. So, like, very few males built, and if it is, it's for a reason or another. And then you just have the graveyard. You just have this graveyard of men who are just there, stuck, with nothing. Let me see. I built Mlinar because he's grumpy uncle, and even though I'm not a huge fan of the Neurals, he is very strong. He's like the one meta I did. Hoder, that's wife's husband. Chung Yue, that's honestly Sui Gangbang, that's all I'm gonna say. Silver Ash, he's tall, that's all I need to say. Hello Girl Cool Grandpa. Thorn's husband. Oh, yeah, I'm currently building her. So currently I am leveling up Ingrid up to 80. She's already been E1'd, but Ascalon will be built up. Don't worry. I just got her, what, like 3 days ago or something like that? Not too long ago. I still don't have John Bloodborne, but yeah, I would absolutely build him too. Okay, let me check if that was the second part of 9. I think it was the after. Yeah, okay, it was. But yeah, I will build Ascalon. Any girl, even if I don't like her, gets build. Really? For that mode, I got double Wizardell and it just destroyed everything. Gladia? Yeah, you have to build her. She's so cool. Are you awake, pup? I don't know what's harder for Umberto. To slowly waste away from age and illness. Or to watch his pups get dumber with each generation. Damn! How sad and pathetic, humans. You're... The memory's blurry, but Lucina remembers the voice. The night that Umberto brought him back to Taylor de Montano. Sitting on a chair, Lucina looked blankly at the unfamiliar room before him, filled with various fabrics and tools. Umberto was outside talking to someone. Suddenly he turns around, and through the window, Lucina thought that Umberto was showing him to someone else, but does not see who it is. His grandfather, his only living relation. Lucina feels his stomach turn with nervousness. Then he hears a voice mixed with anger and resignation exclaim, "Shameless human, up to the same old tricks again. Are you Nono's friend?" Friend. Friend, teacher, master, employee, client. My relation with Umberto is not so easily defined. I am the master of these wilds, pup, and your grandfather is my fang. A most incompetent one, I might add. Shit. Guess I'm really getting old. No matter how long I sat by the work table, the nights never felt this long. And I would have noticed you coming in. When? 10 minutes ago. Do you mind if I keep working while we talk? I was delayed by an old friend's unexpected visit. I must hurry and finish the most important work on the suit. Lucino can take care of the final touch-ups himself. Why? I smell no scent of wolf from you, even a little bit. Nor have you masked in any unusual way. I was watching, I could tell. Are you really the last true wolf? True wolf? Ah, you mean the fangs. Yes, you've come to the right place, young one. I observed Umberto for a long time. I watched him serve customers of every kind, casually putting his scissors through some of their throats while taking measurements, though getting a single drop of blood on himself. He was not a warrior like Ingrid, but he was smart and knew how to make the most of who he was. He was also good at disguising himself. He spent most of his time in Taylor de Montano, and he was equally in demand as a tailor as he was an assassin. That's why I chose him. I told him about the Signore de Lupe and the existence of the game. Nono's stories were true. You're the wolf from the stories. No wonder he wanted to leave the Familia. He was the Signore de Lupe's chosen, the most special tailor in Siracusa. He sure is very lucid. Did Nono accept your deal? No fan can reject the Signore de Lupe. But Umberto set a condition. Condition? He was not the first fang to try to bargain with the Signore de Lupe. Impotent fools. I know 100 ways to destroy them and find someone else to take their place. What did Nono want to do? Umberto wanted to raise his pup into adulthood before delivering my victory. His wife had passed away, he said, and his young pup Luca was too young to survive without him. That was it? That was it. I agreed. The society of humans was no more dangerous than the wilderness. I did not imagine it would take up so much of his time and energy. I visited the tailor shop from time to time to make sure he was not deceiving me. That day, Umberto shut down his assassination business, devoting all his time to his sewing machine, fabric, and the young pup as it grew. But his hands were still steady, and his eyes sharp. Therefore, I kept my promise. I needed a fang that would not break, not as easily distracted prey. I gave him time. I had plenty of it. But Papa died meaninglessly. I gave Umberto plenty of time to recover from the shop. May not have been how Umberto planned it, but at least he was no longer burdened. So one night I visited him again and demanded that he hold up his end of the bargain. But my fang once again bargained with me. The Signore de Lupe paused and glared at the young tailor before him. Do you mean? He learned that his pup had his pup of his own, and the last family he had. He wanted to raise you into adulthood too, before the hunt begins. Shameless human, up to the same old tricks again. That was you. That time, I did not assent, but I seemed to have forgotten who he was, and who I was to him. Every time I pressed him, he babbles about how life keeps repeating itself, while shamelessly promising that he'll hold his end up in the garden of the bargain. Yeah, Umberto was like, nah, we gotta do this first. But Nono was in good health, as long as I can remember. My Fang could hardly defend himself now, much less deliver my victory. The only result of my patience was that he had grown old. No, actually. I know. I know he's the only ever cared about his shop, the suits he made, and the people he loved. That's why he did those things. That's why he never made for her. Umberto was a fool. I was wrong about him. Why are you telling me all this, Signore de Lupe? All my effort and patience have only earned me an attorney of scorn from the pact for breaking the rules of the game. You are his pup. Now you must face punishment. Punishment? All your efforts tonight will be futile, whether you're trying to destroy the weapons or destroy the ship. Look down at your chest. Lucio looks down and sees that the front of his jacket has flown open. He has dropped his buttons in the chaos. Whatever you want to become, pup, learn to sew your own buttons first. Now get lost. Get back to Umberto. You are a terrible actor, Vargo. That mock anger. Were you afraid we would harm that pup? He was not part of the game. Have you forgotten the decision of the pack, Vargo? The Signora de Lupe should stay here until this round is decided, and shall not interfere in any manner, or else. I've already lost, Caesar. The silvery Signora de Lupe suddenly looks up. He casts his gaze towards the corner of the city engulfed in revelry, the night sky bright as the day. No one noticed that a certain cloud has dispersed. The wind brings a familiar scent. Red has done her work. I won't be shameless like Zato, Caesar. I have gone against the decision of the pack. I shall accept my punishment. Are you mourning your Fang? Just bitter about losing. I wouldn't have found you without your grandma's help. Without grandma's help. Grandma? That's how you call your wolf? I never thought of them being particularly kindly. Welcome back, Strat! But then again, Vargo must have figured out a long time ago that he was being deceived. There's a soft heart there, underneath the surface. You won't resist either? She really is. Either? The last true wolf I killed didn't resist. She just watched me pierce her chest as she cuddled her limp leg. She sighed and muttered, finally, no live to live in fear anymore. Sounds like a death that was relief to her. Well, it's not like I stood any chance if I tried to resist. Besides, I don't mind this chat going on for a while longer. I wouldn't ruin this new suit if we started fighting right now. Phew, almost there. Measurement, cut, shape, trim. That's how plain cloth becomes stylish clothes. There are about 450 steps to standard Syracuse suit, but it doesn't take much time for one might think, if you go about them step by step, calmly and patiently. The sound of the sewing machine stops. The old tailor trims away the protruding threads, getting up from his chair and walks by the huntress to hang the new suit on the wall. He sighs, rubs his swollen eyes, and lies down on the sofa in the corner. Do you mind if I lie down? At this age, I get dizzy whenever I work for an extended period of time. Grandma was right. True wolves are good at disguising themselves. I don't understand why you don't smell of wolf, but it won't change what you did to Grandma. You ate Grandma's eyes, arms, and heart. Answer me, true wolf. Why did you engage in such a cruel game? I see. That's how you understand the game to be like. I take it you asked the last Fang you killed the same question. I don't have answers either, young one. We were chosen by fate, by happenstance. Whether lies the truth that accompanied us, however, all of it will converge into a single end. What will you do when that time comes? Find the other true wolf who escaped me. Her bow is weak. She is no match for me. No, what I mean is, what happens when you've killed all true wolves? The game ends and Grandma is saved. And what about you? Where will you go from there? What will you do? Have you been seeking out killing true wolves all this time? Waggles ears. No, I was helping Kelsit. There are many things in Rhode Island that I need to do. The huntress bows her head. I have wasted too much time. The cold glint of the dagger shines out of red sleeves she's been holding all this time. You're not afraid, true wolf? Of course I'm afraid. I always am, whether you're here or not. My health has been in steadily decline for a long time. You can't help but be afraid when you know you don't have much time left. But at least I was not like the one you spoke of, who had spent a long time waiting for death's visit. That's much scarier than death. Come to think of it, I didn't really achieve anything in my life. A killer who racked up a mountain of blood and debts, a father who watched his son die, a grandfather who doesn't know how to teach his grandson, a fang who never played the game. But I was a good tailor, a lucky old man. Yes, stay hydrated. Ooh, what tea? How many can say they were doing the work they loved on their deathbed? I leave the finishing touches to you, Lucino. Damn! Damn! Red does not raise her dagger. She doesn't need to. The old man on the sofa is no longer breathing, as he thought he expanded his last bit of strength to finish the suit. Damn! I'm kind of glad she didn't have to kill him, though. Red gazes unblinkingly into the old man's face. She had seen the death of many, all who have died with an expression like the mask on their face. Even the limp true wolf was waiting for death, had terror on her face when Red came in, which only changed to relief in her final moments. As for the reunion members in Lungman ruins, all those who invaded Rhode Island, their faces were twisted from rage or fear. The expression on the face of the old man before never changed, from the moment she walked to the Taylor de Montono to this very instant. Red was finally certain that he was not disguising himself. Was the man really who Grandma said he was? The true wolf died before the huntress, but not by the huntress's hand. Doubt fills Red's heart. Where will you go from there? What will you do? I don't understand, Grandma. Yeah, she needs to become her own person, not Calcit's tool or Grandma's tool. Because both Caesar and Calcit are kind of fucked for that. Seems like you hate Siracusa even more than I do. Huh, you think I'm doing this for revenge? No. I've already said goodbye to my past, Texas. Maybe there wasn't a formal ceremony, but that doesn't make it any less serious. I didn't tell you how I became a taxi driver, did I? I never asked. Zaro and I came across this pile of scrap metal from the wilderness. The two of you got together? Not many people would interrupt me like this, you know. Yes, he's my lackey now. A few circuses came to Nueva Cena together and started bawling out in the wilderness for no reason, and the car ended up in front of me. Bro, this is a perfect event to shit on Cal. What you talking about? After, like, everything she's done to Red, absolutely. Syracuse invited, so I had to answer, just like you had to return to Valsina last year. Are you absolutely sure you're not recalling the plot of a radio program? Hey, I would be happy to sell the story in the radio station or film maker. I think it'll make a good road movie. Once a year, 1 year ago, I was sitting at the table at Grey Hall when you won this new nomadic city from the Befana of Sicilia. You could call me the startup investor in this youthful dream of a new Siracusa. Of course, I needed to be here for a 1 year anniversary of Nolacini to celebrate with my friends. You know, I think I deserve some gratitude from all the problems I've been dealt behind the scenes to make sure the festival proceeds without a hitch. Like scattering weapons across a square? Much more than that. Such as? Such as my dear father, who's quite, let's say, ambitious with his plans for the new city. I thought Alberto was in custody. Oh, come on! Haven't you spent enough time with the family to know what a stanza in the Saluzzo Don is? He wouldn't tolerate the thought of anything being outside his control. Despite his failure of Volsini, despite the vigilance at Nuova Volsini City Hall, and courts against his interference. What did you do? Took a few things out of his control, that's all. You'll find out soon enough. Are you sure you're not doing this for revenge? Well, I guess that's a matter of interpretation. Oh, and these masked dudes on the square? You remember seeing their bass, that cheerful perro in court? Venecia Jr. It's often those who despise the game the most who understand the rules the most thoroughly. He and his Venecia truckings have never been in violation of the new Urban Management Act. As a matter of fact, he's a 2-time winner of the Outstanding Young Entrepreneur Award. He might hate Siracusa even more than either of us, Texas, but he knows how to read the winds better than most wolves. But what? But to what? I don't like his hairstyle. Too oily. I prefer Lupos who aren't so much like wolves. A Volpo Mata from a distant land who returned to Siracusa to seek justice for her orpathy-afflicted daughter. Touching story, isn't it? Besides, I happen to know that matter. What did you do this time? 1 out of 10 event. Helped her find the culprit. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. I'm sure you would have done the same. Sounds like City Hall should give you a medal for outstanding citizenship. What better time to do that than tonight? You can do the honors. Nah, it wouldn't sit well with my conscience. After all, things have gotten to the point where they are. Even after all that business I threw the wrench into. Now, let's get back to that wager. 2 packs of wolves, increasingly antsy. The end's approaching, Texas. I'm glad you're here, Ingrid. The White Wolf of Saluzzo has disrupted our plans. I'm going to Port to deal with the matters, lest she ruin everything Venetia has built from Nervalcini. I returned my emblem long ago. Whatever happens to Familia is none of my business. He's about to die, though. Drop the act, Antonio. You know why I'm here. How did you know it was me? When he told me you knew the truth. But it was your reaction just now that removed the last vestige of doubt. Why did you think Cecilia betrayed you the moment you saw me? Ah, you tricked me! Did I? I had my suspicions, Antonio. If the Tancredis wanted to assassinate the Venetia Dawn, doing it with a child was a highly unreliable method, to say the least. No matter how intricate the plan was, they could not possibly have prepared for a doll that Lisa had only fallen in love with half a month before the movie. Because of a movie. There was never an assassination attempt. You hurt Lisa to agitate me, in order to run me out of the Familia. Is that so? Oh, you spared no expense to make sure Lisa wanted for nothing when I brought her back. She really called you a really nice perro, uncle. And the way you beseeched me to come here, home, after I arrived in Nuova Vocini. You wore your mask perfectly, Antonio. You put on such a natural act that you put the real thing to shame. No, it was all real. Lisa, lovely, clever child. I was happy from the bottom of my heart when she called me uncle. But you were in my way, Ingrid. I could never have risen to the Familia with you around, much less rise to my present position. The struggles between Venetia and Teresi have reached to the point where nothing was off limits. It was a chance I could not afford to miss. Lisa was your only weakness. As for why I tried to bring back after chasing you out of the Familia, that answer is even simpler. Times have changed, Ingrid. Be with Familia or Nuova Vocini, Venetia Jr. needs a strong hand. I even made preparations to sponsor Rhodes Island under the name of Venetia Trucking in order to allow them to devote their full efforts to Lisa's treatment. TLDR, the world is full of super aids. We are trying to help, but disease brings destruction. Destruction brings chaos. Chaos brings war. The dawn took us in, and we lived together in Venetia for more than a decade, but somehow, we have an in you to hurt the people closest to you. P.S. Italy, exactly. Yeah, that's the main thing of the story. You probably heard the word Origion a couple times now. It's basically super AIDS. And if you accidentally touch it or get infected by it, like, you get powers, but every single time you use it, you might die. Are you going to chastise me for lacking in decency, Ingrid? I'm curious, do you truly agree with what the old man says? Or are you just plain dumb? We keep emphasizing decency, acting like we're principled, pretending we're filled with love, and claiming we're so different from the other familia. But we're no different, are we? Just a bunch of stronzo with blood all over our hands. That tailor Umberto, he's done dirty work after dirty work for the old man, just because the old man won back in the day. X-Men with animal people? I mean, they do have the hatred. But unlike Marvel, they get it after they're born. And if they were born with it, it'd make more sense. But like, it's as if the Avengers were hated. If decency was really about Familia, why did he leave the Familia to focus on his suits? That scar on your face, is that a mark of honor or shame? Behind the scars, how many lives are taken in the name of Familia? Who's really decent in the swamp they call Siracusa? No one amongst us, at least. Good. This is the right distance for stabbing. You're really in the forefront, Fra Antonio. I just believe we shouldn't expect something unrealistic from one another. What the Siracusa should do is be prepared to lose everything, including those they love the most. That's what I admire you for. No, they're born, like, that's their race. Yeah, it's not, instead of being born a mutant, you get infected with oropathy. That's why I call it, like, super AIDS, because it's like the AIDS epidemic, where everyone's afraid to touch even, like, those who are infected. Yeah, the infected is something else. Like, they're not infected. Her daughter's infected, but she's not. A bright flash of light. The alley there is separated from the court square by a high wall. Only a few dim streetlights illuminate the dark street. The sudden flash dazzles Ingrid momentarily. Yeah. Originium, so... in this case, let's treat like Originium, like plutonium or uranium, where there is value in it. So they mine it for power, and it has a lot of different uses. It can also be weapons. But the problem is, because of that, it's easily to get infected. Not only that, a catastrophe can lead to infection too, because it can reveal Originium ores. Yeah, vampires, not banshees, what's the other one? Liches are a thing. Leviathans, demons, angels. A little bit of everything. This is your arts? You hit it well. It doesn't do much except for cause a strange flash of light. It even looks a little silly, doesn't it? This is the second time I've ever used it. Without this light, I would not have dodged that bullet while kneeling in the mud in the jungle. I would not have been able to hold that drunken noble who circled our names away from the list before cutting off his head. Welcome in, Ren. You're distracting me from the speech you gave, and then create an opening with a flash. You planned this moment. You planned this the moment you saw me, didn't you? Ugh. But all my knife found was the omamori you wore on your belt. Yeah, pretty much. He's dying to get. He's not shutting the fuck up. Oh! I want her to stand over me like that. I don't care if I'm dead. I don't care if she just killed me. Like that view? Absolutely. And then like, holy shit. Are you guys seeing it too? Are you guys seeing how it's slightly sheer? Oh, sweet victory, sweet victory. I may die, but it would be 100% worth it. Those hips are wonderful. Holy shit. She's a married woman? Too bad. I didn't ask. I have a harem. I have multiple wives. He can deal with it. Is she wearing shorts under there? I hope not. I hope not. I hope she is like commando underneath that. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're saying she has experience? Perfect. You never had a chance, Antonio, from the moment I found out what kind of person you are. You know, it's funny. I was actually trying to think of an excuse to spare your life on the way here. Lisa's condition can never be cured, but she found friends at Rhode Island, even became an operator for them, working to help orthopathy patients. I was worried about Lisa's education, but life has thrown her a bone with a strange deliverance of fate. Sorella, Ingrid Valencia, you will insult me with this decency even now? You would have never missed my heart if you didn't mean to. Shouldn't be talking. You're mistaken. It's just plain Ingrid, a mother whom you've angered. If I was thinking about decency, it was only so that you wouldn't die without any. I left you alive so you could bleed to death. You deserve the pain, Antonio. Damn! Honestly, had Antonio kept talking, I would have seen the art more. It would have been okay, because I would have been able to see her like that more, and I would have... It's so good there's no eye tracking. If there was eye tracking, like, the entire time, you would have just seen me staring at her crotch. Another firework explodes in the skies not far from here, casting its light on Ingrid's face. The parade's about to arrive to the square. Carnival comes to a climax. It'll be a long time before they find out the perro lying on the other side of the wall. Ingrid snickers at the thought. With or without, we know fair. She walks over to the figure lying on the ground and leaves the alley. Oh, 4 minutes till it arrives. I still can't get in touch with Antonio. What the hell is going on? And where's Capone at a time like this? I knew you couldn't trust a Sicilian. What do we do now? What do you think we do? This isn't a movie where we just call cut and go to lunch. Everything has to be exposed. City Hall sees us for what we are now. Do you think we can go back to being honest citizen and have a scene after this? Complete Antonio's mission, capture the courthouse, then get in touch with the port. Do the reinforcements have the weapons? Yeah. Nathan, welcome back! Good, on my order. Maybe some of us haven't touched that weapon in a year, but we ain't any more out of practice than these cargo hauling schemo. Nah, no worries. I hope you weren't too busy. I hope you're doing well. Irene. You have the answer? It's not the one we wanted to hear, is it? Tell Irene that I'm very sorry about Somer. But I will not sign this verdict and the decision is final. Nova Vocina will not tolerate any crimes of the Mafia, but it also doesn't mean that other people can use this opportunity to achieve their own goals. I've gotten letters from many friends over the past years. Some of them are judges or lawyers in other cities. Others that have chosen to pursue a different career. You missed quite a bit, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember where you were last at, but Lapley has commandeered a ship that Antonio was meant to, like, basically disrupt everything. Lavinia is currently a target. The trucking union is currently in a battle against the Mafia families. They are in a standstill at the court. It's 4 minutes before the parade float arrives. she was trying to get them to be basically executed. All of the Mafia executed after what they did. Ingrid found out who hurt Lisa and killed him, which was Antonio. I think that's like the brief flashpoints there. Good thing VOD exists? Yeah. You can support the streamer by watching them. Holy shit. Yeah, there was a lot that happened. They shared a lot of advice with me about the special basis of new urban management act and specific room for improvement. I read many feelings between the lines: concern, confusion, hope, even envy. The new urban management act is a unique thing in Siracusa. It is the basis of the city's existence. Many have its eyes upon it. Even more have sacrificed for it. It's true that I can be powerless at times. But it's especially at times like this that I cannot allow it to be in empty words, much less a tool to be exploited. Dude, I like stutter over half my words. What do you mean, great BA? Still the old Lavinia. Hey, Irene! What is it? Oh, that's such a good one. Holy shit. The stuttering makes it... God damn it. Oh my god. The art's so good this event. Holy shit. Yeah, her eyes are great. That's fucked up. She's got a condition. What's it called? What's my condition? May, welcome in. Give me my account already? Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. To be fair, Crown Slayer... Okay, Crown Slayer is the free operator. You will probably get a chance in like 6 to 8 months to like play this again. You might have to wait, but she is free. The only downside is because it ends in like, what, 12 hours? You won't have the chance probably to get her today. Listen to me carefully. 8 hours? If you do get your account back, I can try to play for you. Let me know if you do. You can get the villain for free? Yes, but you have to get to a certain part in the event. And I don't know if you're going to reach it in the next 8 hours. She's free. These people have gotten their hands on weapons. They become true wolves. The situation's out of control. I saw what the Mafia were capable of when I came to Syracuse as a kid. They slaughtered my uncle's entire family in just half an hour. I thought it was stage 5. Not all be fine? Okay. In a few moments, I'll release a smoke to obstruct their view. Get the guys out of here when it happens. Hand signs, signals, whatever I know you have a way. You'll need to be quick. I never realized the smoke in such a large area before, so I don't know how well it'll work, or how long I keep it up. The trucks are right behind us. Get in, get away. He might not be able to, because he just started, I think, yesterday or the day before. Yeah. She's gonna be more of a solid unit by then. I wasn't with Summer that night. I wasn't with Summer that night. It's partially my fault he's dead. There's no need for that luckless loner like me to do. But I can't let my brothers and sister die here. That's a gun, not a spanner. Stop pointing at me. No, I didn't mean to point at yourself. But I don't know how to use it. Then point it in front of you, Pedro. Probably like another hour or so is my guess. But that's... Don't worry about it going off or accidentally touching the Swift on some arts unit. I've talked to Judge Lavinia. These mafiosos have declared outlaws under the new Urban Management Act. No one's gonna hold you responsible if you accidentally shoot them. Irene! What the fuck are you doing? Irene! Yeah, I do have Wizadell up. Oh, but he would have someone... He needs someone to be E2'd. So take a deep breath and hold your weapon firm. We're protecting Justice Lavinia, protecting the courthouse, and protecting ourselves. But Irene... Listen. What? The cheering. It's getting nearer and nearer. The parade will reach Court Square in just a few minutes. How will the people interpret what they see? The ones who pass judgment. The law needs only facts, doesn't it? Do they? Oh yeah, they might have it for you too. Well, they better use it. If Ren uses it, it should be fine. Irene's voice is trembling, but the crossbow in her hand is firm. Suddenly, Ludmilla feels like she is looking at a stranger. That's why she leaves. Fuck, she found a place and it's all lost again. Look, if we get Siracusa 3 and we don't have Project Red Altar, I'm gonna be pissed. The beast mask figures on one side, the truck drivers on the other, like they are standing on two sides of a river. There is no weapon on the ground, only shattered boxes. Their weapons are in their hands. Everyone hears the sound filling the air. The rumbling of the floats, impromptu band performance, the spirited yelling of acrobats. The parade draws ever closer. Then, the sounds are fainter, even more audible. The sounds of gun being locked and loaded. Arts units being activated. Crossbow safety pins being unlocked. There is nowhere to hide. There is nowhere to run. Dimitri's probably going to be playable. I mean, he has that art, but you know, maybe. No one has moved yet. At the first shot, the damn river will burst. The tide of madness will wash over everything. No one speaks. Nerves are wound tightest. Everyone is listening to the sounds, their own racing heartbeats. A new day will dawn upon Nueva Volcini soon. But night is long. Fuck! No! It's gonna end there? Holy shit. Good thing I have everything unlocked, but what the fuck? Bro! God damn! Kazo, I set out my order, you idiot! It wasn't me, I just pulled the safety on my gun! It's not them either. See the shock look on their faces, they're checking themselves for holes. Did someone's weapon go off? Lapland, welcome in! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's okay, you'll be able to manage. Honestly, W2. W2, well, with Adele. That's the secret. That's always a secret. Did someone's weapon go off? No, nobody's hurt. But where did that gunshot come from? I thought I knew what to do just now, but what do we do now? I can see the head of the first float already. Hey, you over there! Who was it? God. 200 meters. Just 200. He's still alive. Haven't lost your touch, Ingrid, not one bit. Man, that hurts. I can feel blood flowing out of me. But that means I still have time. Get out of this alley, get back to the square. I can bring things under control. We have the courthouse on the port. Maybe I'll die, but before I die, I'll sit in the judge's chair and deliver the final judgment of this ridiculous testing ground. Antonio leans against the wall and does his best to stay upright, wobbling towards the exit. The alley is dark, and every step takes a massive effort. For some reason, he thinks back how the gorilla crept through the jungle of Bolivia by night, escaping the Singa's government. Antonio thinks back to the circles the noble drunkenly drew on the list, and his severed head with the gorillas cut it off. He thinks back to Ingrid, Venezia Senior, Leontuzo, Alberto, Signora Cecilia, all the people he hates. He will take everything from them. He will draw a big bloody cross on their names. It's not over yet. He stops. He feels the cold metal of gun muzzle pressed to his forehead. Oh shit! Antonio. Carla? I urge you to get out. Who do you think you are to kick me out? You're just the Don's guard's tough speak, Antonio. No matter how hard you try to disguise your ears and tail, you want to kill me? You? Your hands are shaking. You don't know who my enemies are. You don't know what I'm building. You stupid, worthless caglone. Carly stares blankly at the lifeless body on the ground. He has never seen such fury as that on which is Antonio's face, even unto death. It almost seems like it was not the bullet that took Antonio's life, but the fact that it was he, Carle, who fired the bullet. I don't think he's coming back for future event, guys. You might be onto something right now. Antonio's blood seeps through the cracks in the ground in the shape of massive bloody crosses. Hey, you over there. Irene? It's okay. Before Avery's eyes, Irene leaves the driver's line and takes 2 steps forward, standing in the middle of the road. Facing off the tense crowd of mafiosi, she takes a deep breath and lowers her crossbow. What is the meaning of this? Look, the first float has rounded the corner. The parade is here. Are we really going to fight to the death in front of hundreds of thousands of Nova Volsini citizens? Agreed, Niken. Agreed. Whatever your plan was, it's too late, isn't it? You want us to lower the weapons? You think we're stupid? We're doing the same thing. The White Wolf scattered this stuff onto the plaza. We, as conscious citizens of Nova Volsini, volunteered to clean up the square so the parade can pass through. That's what happened. No more, no less. All of you, signori and signore, are witnesses for me, and all the drivers behind me. They, in turn, are your witnesses. It's Carnival, after all. Let's give the parade a warm, proper welcome. He deserved the death he got, though. Get in, Carla. The parade is almost here. We can't park here for long. There's a carnival mask on the driver's seat. Put it on and hide the blood on your face. Don Venezia, move! The car starts moving, and the parade crowd passes through behind. Music and cheering mingle with the bright lights. It's been a good 4 or 5 hours since the revelry started, but Nova Volsini's excitement shows no signs of batting. From the expansion plate, through all Nova Volsini's major districts, the procession's about to arrive at its destination. Nobody notices a lone car driving in the opposite direction. I'm sorry, Don Venezia. I didn't get the job done. You gave me a chance after Antonio ran me out, ordered me to take him out quietly, but if Ingrid didn't mortally ruin him before I got there. Damn, he looks so cool. No, Antonio died by your hand. The Don's permission is required for execution of a former associate of the Familia. At minimum, a proper explanation should be given to important members of the Familia. Ingrid's methods were not decent. Understood, sir. But now Antonio's dead. He was your son-in-law. The Familia's... Nueva Volsina has its rules. So does Venezia. What Anton did was wrong. This is an act of kindness. He is with Bella now. Besides, his death will not be meaningless. What next, sir? We will go home and clean the house. The first thing the city hall and the courts will see when they get up in the morning tomorrow is Venecia's good faith. We will sit down together and we will talk like decent people. It will be a busy night. Keep up, keep up. Court Square's just ahead. We got to get ahead of the float to keep a good pace. Well, don't squeeze. You're not joining them, Signorina? Your plain outfit stands out in the crowd of colorful costumes and masks. What an idea to turn things on its head. May I take a few photos? I can mail them to you if you give me an address. Hey, are you listening? Agnes? Why don't you say anything, Agnes? You've never left me before. Where are you? The Lupo girl's eyes harden. The photographer gazed across the street. The red hood stood on the crowd, even its revelry. Look, man, if Grandma stops talking to Red, it'll be good. Because, like, honestly, I want Grandma far away from Red. Holy shit. A trap? How did you... You got distracted. Is Agnes your grandma? You can't find your grandma too? You're the last one. The last true wolf. Kill you, and I will know the answer. Fuck! No! Go away! Get out of here! Grandma? I'm here, child. I won, Grandma. I saw it. I saw how the entire battle played out. How you zeroed into the fang of Agnes, lured her into a trap, and struck her down with a single blow. See, there's a fucking cunt. You can see? Have your eyes healed, Grandma? Have your arms grow back? Is your heart whole again? Why? Why can't I see you? Why can't I get close to you? My sweet child. Would you have hunted in such fervor if I didn't say that? Red killed the true wolf and earned an expressive victory for Grandma. Finally. Now I go off to find another sweet child. You lied to me? Why? I don't understand. Oh, bother. Alright, let me put it another way. Maybe then you'll know what to do. You're like the ones you killed, my child. You're both huntress and true wolf. Not all true wolves have been slain. Grandma hasn't been saved yet. God damn it. Who whistled at her? Yo! Lapland has good mask. Look at the coordination between the two groups. Truly impressive, isn't it? In the space of a few minutes, they've hidden all the weapons in the trucks and stand side by side to welcome the parade procession. It's almost like they rehearsed it. Who would believe me if they said they were pointing their weapons at each other just a few moments ago? You win again, Texas! Once again, justice and conscience have taken your side. Texas doesn't answer. The white wolf claps even harder, an ink black mask on her face. Actually, I'm more curious why I suddenly put the mask on. It's Carnival after all! Why the long face, Texas? You won! You should be more cheerful than that. Look! The parade enters the court square! The litter intermezzo just now turns into a full-scale riot! Peace and love for all. Or is it because you can't help thinking of the only reason it turned out this way was because of a single gunshot out of nowhere, which gave one of the wolves a chance to cool its head. Game audio? Alright. Is it fixed now? Let me know if it's fixed before I continue. All Gucci? Okay, sweet. And Carnival is nothing but a red carpet laid out on a swamp? What are you trying to say, Lapland? What happened tonight is not the same as civil disorder that happened in the other cities of Siracusa. The only difference being the involvement of a bunch of ordinary people who were pushed to desperation by Mafia's turf wars. Well, you're not wrong. But they really did put on a remarkable show. Especially with that driver later we saw in court, who seems to have understood a lot of things without having to be taught. Nueva Volcini is not a vineyard where you can sow the seeds and wait for the fruit to grow. Don't forget it sits right in the middle of a swamp by the name of Siracusa. The familiar have never been the only ones to crawl through the mud and water. Don't underestimate the power of this bog, Texas. It turns everyone into hungry, ravenous wolves. It has ingrained into the genes of Siracusinas the instinct to turn away any new turf into the same swamp. The endless cycle is what Siracusa is. Don't try to escape it or change it. The easiest thing to do is learn to enjoy to swim. This is what the old man, Signora Cecilia, and you, what all of you have taught me. Leontus and Lavinia have taken radical measures in order to evaluate an order that exists outside the Mafia. There is a long way to go. But this is why Nueva Volcini exists. It offers new possibility. But really, did you do all this in order to give a speech? Gonzo! Welcome in! I hope you're doing well. I didn't know you were so concerned for the future of Siracusa. Took the words right out of my mouth, didn't you? I was about to ask you that. Otherwise, why would you have come here all the way from Lungmen the moment you got my invitation? I know what you're gonna say. The White Wolf pauses, clears her throat, and imitates Tex's way of speaking. Calm and even, yet emotion-filled. All those lofty ideals are none of my business. I will work for a logistic company. I'm just here because I care about my friend. Because the conscience wouldn't let me a blind eye in certain things. Just like in Volcini. No, Texas, I haven't forgotten the time we first met. You had just come to Siracusa. We were standing on the edge of the mobile platform, holding your Nono Salvatore's hand, watching my family's workers trim the grapevines. Your Nono and my father were talking about how Colombia was turning into a dump, and Siracusa's good weather, the New Year's harvest, and how you'll be staying a while at our place. Your eyes were bright back then, and your expression was much more interesting than they are now. That's because the grape you picked were so sour they almost burned a hole in my tongue. Everyone in the square is wearing a mask tonight, but none could compare to the one you wear. No one sees things clearer than you. You were the first one to realize this is a swamp that you need to get out of. Yeah, there is. But it's your disappointment that you see, Texas. You once had such high hopes for the swamp. Forget about my speech. You, Texas, are the true blue idealist. I don't deny it. Or rather, whether I am or not makes no difference. It doesn't change what I have to do at the end of the day. A very Texas answer. Almost boringly so. Is that a land ship? Wow, City Hall brought a land ship to show and turn it into a stage? Wait, look who's on deck. Is that the last Texas? I'm sure I've seen her in the course of Volcini, and the one opposite of her. Lapland? The White Wolf who was disowned by Don Sasulu 8 years ago? Why are they here at Carnival? Must be City Hall's special guests. Think about it. Representative two major familia here at the climax of the carnival. It sends an even more powerful message to Senora Ballone's promotional video. Damn right. Lapham takes off her mask and gives it to Texas. What? You won the bet, didn't you? In the old days, the familia murder each other in Carnival. The last surviving wolf takes the mask of the vanquished. I suppose we need to get old customs new meaning in this new city. A new life. That kind of stuff, I guess. Yes, the war criminal, the carnival guests, they don't know everything she's done. As for the question just now, it doesn't matter what your answer is. Siracusa makes all of us wear masks, after all. We're part of Carnival's main event, Texas. Regardless of why you're here and now, you represent a part of Siracusa, whether it's part of the new or the part that's broken and needs to be thrown out. Mafioso and truck driver, city officials and judges, and all the Syracusans are on the square. Will see us in the meeting that they want to see. You may, of course, choose to turn around and leave. Come on, Texas. Don't just stand there. All of Nova Vicini's watching. Silence. Texas gazes at her old friend and old enemy for a long time and finally extends her hand. Damn. Lapland instantly came. Holy shit. Holy shit. Beautiful artwork. Beautiful. The art is so good. God, I love it. A dozen beast floats drive into Court Square as they have done previously rehearsed, and Rever the crowd continues to gush in the tide. Honestly, I have no complaints about any of the artwork in this one. I guess like the weirdest one was making Leon look even more like a twink than usual. But even then, it was still a good one. Ooh, sleep well, Arson. The sound of music and the cheers of the crowd keep getting louder. The bright lights and fireworks in the sky provide the perfect backdrop of this dude's stage. No, he like does a physical job. He should sleep. It was a statement about how much of a twink he is. God damn it, you're right. Do you hear that? They would not let a good night go gently. They're cheering for you and me, for this new city, for a new life. You're still really good at making me feel sick. I'll take that as a compliment. But I don't mean being part of the event. I don't mind these people seeing some sort of meaning in me. Without hope, there's never be disappointment. Whether in Colombia or Siracusa, I do in fact hope to see a truly vibrant city emerge from the swamp. If challenging and complexity of building it are beyond what I can imagine, then I will face the challenge of my friends, not run away from it. Alright, I've made up my mind. I'll take care of one more trouble for you in Siracusa. I'll bring the stupid wolves back to the wilderness so that Siracusa won't be affected by their dumb game. No need to thank me, but when the obstacles have been pushed out of the way, how will you, change the swamp? There's something I simply wanted to ask you, Texas. What? Are you disappointed that I didn't come to Nueva Vicini for you? No. Another very Texas answer. Break a leg, Texas. Texas takes the mask. The white wolf lets go without warning, without hesitation. She turns around and walks into a landship's hold. Ah, that art is so good! Oh, and Texas? Fuck! It's so good! You were fun while it lasted. Has she given up on Texas? Well, Landship, the White Wolf of Suluzu, and Texas, and the Truckers Union. What else did we miss? Hey, she's available now! Look, man. Look, man. I don't care if my wives have wives or husbands. They can. As long as they let me in it, they can. She got bored of Texas? Yeah. Yeah. What else did we miss? Senor Bellone. Hello, Irene. Haven't seen you in a while. Perhaps we should have a little chat once the festivities are over. Okay, Sin, go wild. I didn't need permission! We're like reducing it a throuple. I don't care what the number's at. I'm okay. Penance is fine. Go on, Mayor Leontuzo. The duo's performance has come to an end. Time to deliver the closing speech for the carnival. Thanks for bringing me here, Dimitri. Sorry I couldn't give you a more satisfactory answer, even at the very end. Since when have you been the time to say useless crap like that? I suppose you're right. Look, man, she can get bored of me. I'm okay with it. But, like, at least I have a moment. I'm happy. Sin, the harem of my harem is my harem VTuber. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Good evening, folks. I'm Leon Tuzo. As you can see, I was a little dinged up, but I'm out of the woods now. I was actually there in the middle of the parade on the way to Court Square, experiencing the city we live in together. I'm sure that little needs to be said about the impressive performance in your Lapland and Texas. But I want to see your faces and say a few things, and spend the night together with you guys. Many things have changed in Nuova Vocini over the past year. Not least the competition in Nuova Vocini port, the biggest cargo port in Siracusa. Every connection it makes is like a pulse in the city, demonstrating healthy, robust vitality, supporting thousands of enterprises and healthy of thousands of livelihoods. We founded the country's first police academy, a new code of laws, and people are increasingly identifying with Nuova Vocini. I mean, for anime girls, I think everyone is. For real people, that's a separate issue, man, let's be honest. This makes me glad and anxious in equal measure. The city continues to face many problems that cannot be ignored. For example, Sense credit system revolves inconvenient, and there are many cases where it doesn't achieve its intended. Yeah, he woke up and went straight into the political. We also understand the uniqueness of the new Urban Plan Act makes it difficult for citizens to receive support when they need cases that span jurisdictions. A year is a very short period of time. City Hall and the courts still have much to do. What I want to ask is this. What is Nuova Vocini to you? That is also the question that I asked the other Siracusan in Vocini, Cecilia Montelupe. What is Nuova Vocini to them? Scum, stop trying to butter him up. You know that's not true. And what is the young city in the neighboring Lithian, distant Ursus, and all the other countries in Terra, for which change is always constant? Are we a new possibility to them? Not just a different kind of violence, but something stronger, firmer, more closely knit, something worth talking to? Night, Arson! Yeah. At least you saw that. Will they understand our strength when it comes to our earnest desires? That we, and all the others gathered here today, can safeguard our hard-earned new lives? You thought she died? Nah. I told you, all the altars are changes in them. And honestly, her leaving Texas is the biggest change. That's what we've been trying to achieve for over the past year. There is no familia in Nuova Vocini. The reforms associated with this saying doesn't rely on Siracusan methods, as Siracusans know. A secret negotiation, assassination in the dark, a plunge in the city, a deadly struggle between familiae. All that happened here, and all that will happen, will be viewed through the lens of the law. We're giving new order to our new life. The swamp that Siracusa used to take for granted is no longer a phase to us. A friend once told me that I'm walking down a thorny path. He's right, but all the challenges that we face and exactly why Nueva Vocini must continue to move forward. For everyone who's been hurt in its path, for everyone who may hurt in the future, I'm sorry. But then, at the same time, I continue to extend an invitation to all friends who have something to ask of Nueva Vocini. We shall trample the thorns together and make this brand new, one-of-a-kind city better, little by little, until it's ready to usher in a new era. As a matter of fact, a new era for Syracuse has already begun, a future filled with infinite possibilities. Dimitri gazes forward silently at the silhouette Leon Tuzo outlined with the countless lights. What can I say, Leon? Saluza's wine isn't that bad, but I prefer my own. Bologna will find its way into the city. In my way, by your rules. I promise that to you. Dimitri turns around. The mayor's speech continues, but he has received the answer he's looking for. Dimitri has accepted the invitation, or perhaps the declaration of a very long war. Enjoy the rest of the night. Sid keeps reading and we keep shit on Punchy Peaks and content. Holy shit. And the dawn of a new day. Holy shit. One more. What will take the place of blood and mud we have wiped away? Yeah, you guys just do your own little think every now and then. No one's gonna say I. Watch no one say it. Oh god, my voice is starting to crack. Grandma, I don't understand. You're not getting away this time, bloody pup. As the carnival drew to a close, the dust settled in the square last night. Ludmilla spotted a red silhouette. She followed the figure through the winding alleys, sometimes hitting dead ends, other times standing still. It clearly had no direction. Ludmilla readied an ambush, biding her time. Her strike landed true. She pinned the figure down, pressing her blade against her heart. Just a little more and she would avenge her mentor and end this haunting ghost. But the red Lupo offered no resistance. She simply knelt, a muttering as she stared into space. Ludmilla looked into her eyes and saw nothing but emptiness. The silence was brief, and the red Lupo spoke. True wolf. What? Grandma was the true wolf. I was like them, chosen by the true wolf. We hunt for the true wolf, die for the true wolf, deliver the true wolf's victory. The story was a lie. Grandma was a lie. It's all a lie. You're talking about your game? So do you try to live in fear her whole life with a limp leg just because she's part of this stupid game? You killed her for this victory? I don't understand. Ludmilla suddenly feels a force from her counterpart and hears the sound of a blade ripping through fabric. She takes a step back. No, Red! Is this what Calcit taught you? No, violence, hatred, ideals, fate? Your Calcit always has an explanation, doesn't she? Calcit. Calcit. The kneeling red-garbed Lupo searches through her clothes in the rain, eventually pulling a tooth from where Ludmilla's knife had struck. It's a small, sharp tooth. The knife had a clear mark on it. A baby tooth? Grandma told me this is the kind of tooth that falls off when it can't tear its prey's flesh. But I've always kept it. Not sure why. Calcit said I should keep it safe until I know the answer. I didn't listen to Calcit. I found the girl with the bow. She's alive. You missed her vital organs. Did you doubt yourself in the final moments, scum? Do you want to see this Calcit of yours? Waggers ear silently. Well, I'm gonna find her and ask her what this is all about. Don't you dare die before then. Don't you dare get my knife dirty. She needs an altar, please! Is this how Nueva Bolsina law enforcement does things? As we've already explained to you multiple times, Senor Saluzzo, your request for legal counsel is perfectly lawful and reasonable, and we duly notified Saluzzo, but nobody came. It's not because of any interference on our part. I like how this is just a picture that, like, they put a filter over. I'm sorry, I find that very entertaining. Like, they edited some things, like, added some marks, but it's just a picture. I'm pretty sure they did. I think they edited some things. Game got cheap. Wow. I mean, it's smart. No one sees it. Your request for legal counsel is perfectly lawful and reasonable. We duly notified Salusavino, but nobody came. It's not because of any interference on our part. I want to see your supervisor. No, I want Justice Lavinia or Mayor Leon Tuzo. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Buongiorno, signore. Had a bad night? Lapland? You've been banished from the Salusa forever, traitor. You don't have the right to rescue me. Oh, please, old thing. Still so full of yourself. Do I look like I'm here to rescue you? Catch. Lapland throws an elaborate gift box at the cell door window. Alberto doesn't catch it. The gift box falls on the ground, the lid coming off and revealing a new suit. Bristly cut, elaborate and embellished, even more so than Lapland's outfit. How do you like it? Meant to be a gift for the Carnival, the work of a master Sarakusan trailer. We already said goodbye last year, dear father, so I wasn't planning to see you again. I prefer to spend my time on more meaningful things. But then, it would be very ungrateful of me not to present a parting gift after all the lessons you taught me. But the little tailor who was supposed to run the errand got into a little problem, so I had to make this trip myself. Unfortunately, the carnival has also come to a close. But from the looks of things, you'll need something to wear for prison, don't you? Are you trying to provoke me? It won't work, Lapland. How can you be so clever yet so childish? Every Saluso knows that Alberto Saluso's never wrong. Tusk. Well, since I'm here, let me tell you one other thing. Let's just say, your stay will be much longer than you think. What? The vote has been taken, Signora Lapland. Despite your mistakes, you are the Don's only daughter, and the heir to Familia Saluso. We need you to take charge of the Familia's affairs for now. The most urgent task is responding to City Hall's investigation of Salusa wine, Vino, after the carnival, and getting the Don out. What? I was here for a drink. Lapland's and... Oh, fuck. Lapland, no! I thought there was no Familia in Rossini. Are you sure you want to play this inheritance game? Besides, didn't the old man pick his guy before he went in? Do you mean... I didn't see it, but I'm glad somebody did. So that way you can be shamed. If you're looking for help, you should be looking at the new Salusa Vino's primary partner. I'm honored to take this responsibility, Signora Lapland. And my friends from Saluso. That wasn't what you want? Okay, sure. So, what's the plan? We will immediately audit all the businesses in the city, in accordance with the new Urban Management Act. In addition to illegal registration, if Senor Saluso has indeed been manipulating Saluso Vino to engage in prohibited activities, it is our duty to gather materials and self-report to City Hall. If necessary, I will reconstruct the leadership of Saluso Vino. A necessary sacrifice to protect Saluso Vino. Oh my! That sounds like so much hard work. Here's a toast to you. You. How dare Bologna? Did he plan this from the beginning? He would allow the Bologna to take Saluso's business into a Nuevo Lucini? Remember what you said? Banished from the Salusas forever, right? Or did you think I was gonna come home to roost like a migratory foul beast? There was always a question on my mind, Papa. Why were you so angry when I tried to kill Boscia Lupa Botello? Or when I let Texas go into Colombia? Were you angry that I acted against the family's interests, violated the rules of Siracusa? Or were you just angry that I was telling everyone that there are certain things which we are outside of Alberto Soluzo's control? You should probably save your strength for the trial. I doubt the new management of Soluzo Vino will make legal counsel available for you. My dear father, you're not just a fool. You're a boring fool. It's really a do this time, but cheer up. You'll be better dressed than all your fellow inmates after all. Damn. Hey, ain't you done yet? I don't know what the paper pushers at City Hall are thinking. Same point, same social services, but why gotta swap 2 more streets than you, Capone? That's Signora Capone to you, Gambino. Don't forget who saved you when you passed down the alley that night. Vaffanculo. Did you hear me? Half of Venetia's trucking management are in police custody right now. It wasn't just cigar and vinyl sent to Vanessa Senior's room that night. There were also detailed business and personnel records of Venetia Trucking for the past year. Anyone who was closely associated with Venetia Jr. got rooted out, and the city hall Kazi came into work the next day to a thick pile of self-reports lying on their table. Childish Gambino, oh my god. Venetia Sr. cut ties so swiftly and decisively that City Hall couldn't find their fault. Venetia Trucking went into a full makeover but won't shut down. Venetia's junior impact was reduced to a minimum. The familiar sure are finding new and clever ways of dealing with traitors in Nuevo Rossini. Lapland sneaked in there. She's not in jail. She's just taunting him. The Don really stuck through the thunder, did he? I thought he came for the festival. We were running behind bars by now if we'd listened to you and stayed there. What's the difference? We lost our citizen points. We gotta start again from scratch. Once again, we got nothing left. Well, not exactly nothing. Capone cast his gaze at the intersection with the familiar yellow cab's cart. Lapland said we have the cab. Our reward, basically. How long do you think it'll take before we get a taxi company started in the city? Thank you for the subscription! I know we'll call it Taxi Siciliano. What do you think? I think we should get out of here because that judge is coming. Wait, I don't think she's coming for us. Yeah, Laply. This is a Lappy event. You're just gonna leave without saying anything? Lavinia, I won't stay any longer. Don't want to keep you up at night. Vina had a sad end. Vina had a bittersweet ending. She had reclaimed her area, but at the same time, she's lost her freedom. Oh, god damn it. Where will you go? Rhodes Island, maybe? Haven't seen Lisa in a while. Now that this old score has been settled, I have the time and the mood. I'm not here for small time, Signora Venecia. We're not that close to begin with. Early in the morning, Venecia here came to see me and Leontuzo. Whatever's going on with Venecia is none of my business. He would pay any price Venecia Trucking survival, even if it's just one factory. But he also had another request, to grant you safe passage to Nuevo Rossini. Given the actions Venecia Jr. had on the night of Carnival, your efforts helped City Hall contain the violence to some extent. Therefore, leniency should be considered. However, the charges of assault and battery still stand, not to mention that your actions were acts of revenge with the Familia. We will still issue an arrest warrant for you, Signora Venecia. Arrest warrant? I have multiple mafioso bounties on me, and even Signora Cecilia's prohibition. The arrest warrant will be a nice souvenir, I guess. Do not dismiss it so casually, Signora Venecia. This arrest warrant is empowered by the new Urban Management Act. Unlike Signora Cecilia prohibition, there's no remediation just because some familia comes into power or loses it. The law is the law, Signora Venecia. We talked about this before. Your every move will be watched by Nuevo Rossini, and perhaps all of Siracusa in the future. The arrest warrant will remain valid until you're brought into custody. I appreciate the reminder, Lavinia. La policía, no! I'm not dismissing your declaration. I could tell that you're a firm person when I saw you in the winery. In Siracusa, I knew you didn't need a reason to kill. But that's not how things are. That's not how things should be. Every action needs a reason, a proper reason. It's true for judges, for mothers, even for killers. I approve of your reason, which is why I approve of your action. Besides, as I've told you, I don't have anything against your profession. Yeah. For real. She's just like, come on, man. Come on. Just thinking, if you issued a warrant for me, should I look forward to when we meet again? Gay. Well, I should go. You see, this is why I don't have to hag Yuri. Exactly. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who got that. Hag is insane. Look, man. Look, man. They're clearly over 30, so, like, anyone who watches a VTuber, to them, they're a hag. Hello, Irene. Are you feeling better, Senor Bologna? Yes, thanks for asking. There's something I need to give you. I'm okay with that. I don't care how they hurt me. Quite frankly, I would be insulting if they didn't hurt me. A resignation letter? I would like to resign as president of Truckers Union. Oh no, yeah, you're right, sorry. I am actually a 60-year-old man with a voice changer, as every VTuber is. What? You had time to eat! What you going on about? 1 year ago, I promised you and Judge Lavinia that no mafioso would infiltrate the Trucker Union, but I failed to keep that promise. I stopped them from putting their people in the union, but it didn't prevent them from achieving their goal at all. Somewhere, all the things whom they used, it's all my fault. And I tried to coerce Judge Lavinia into those things that were exposed. It's not your fault. Not all of it, at least. No one can stay calm when they see their best friend die and their family, along with themselves, backed into a corner. In the end, little harm was done. But I can't forgive myself. I received a joint letter just before you arrived. It was signed by 200 full-time drivers of the Trucker Union, plus several hundred more temporary contracted staff, asking amnesty towards your actions during the carnival. They shouldn't have. Rethink your resignation, Irene. City Hall will hold an internal hearing next week to discuss integrating the Truckers Union as a government department alongside city development and the police. Together, we will build Nuevo Valsini's logistics in the city itself, Irene. I look forward to a long, productive partnership with you. I still trust the decisions that Lavinia and I made that day. You may or may not be the best person to lead the Truckers Union, but you're a decent person. In the 2 days since I woke up, I've learned what I've missed and thought about many things. Finding the direction's easy. It's a journey that's hard. A long, long journey. How did it go? The associate will need to cooperate with the investigation and face the penalties. However, City Hall won't pursue what happened during the carnival or those who helped with the smuggling. Good. I thought I'd ask you to wait for me at the camp. I came to say goodbye. Didn't want to deal with the commotion if I said at the camp. You're leaving? I found the red one. She's not in great shape. I thought she was your sworn enemy. Yes. She needs to go back to somebody. And that somebody is my other sworn enemy, whom I'll visit sooner or later. It's a long story. Anyway, nothing much is going over for Union for the time being. I want to visit this place called Rhode Island. There's something I want to ask before I leave. That night, when you ordered us to point our weapons at Venezia Mafioso, what were you thinking? Teeps! Well, I hope you sleep well. Have a good eep. That all Union problems would go away if we kill those bastards? And who smuggled what will remain a secret forever? Were you confident that it could be done with so many people behind you and so many weapons in our hands? Were you confident that you wouldn't be held responsible? Were you thinking about protecting people behind you, or how, like the bastards on the other side, you held the fate so many times in your hands? Was it the gunshot that made you stop? Or was it your judgment from deeper down? No need to tell me, Irene. You know the answer. I told you the story to Lula, a respected leader who became an evil dragon. I failed to see it happen, and I didn't kill her. I won't make the same mistake again. I'm watching you, Irene. I'm the sword that hangs above your head. If that's what you become, I will come for you, no matter where I am, and I will kill you. I hope the day never comes. I hope we truly, sincerely give each other our blessings, friend. That's very kind, Teeps. Irene is alone. The furrow brown has vanished without a trace. The night wind of late autumn is chilly, but Irene stands there, lost in thought. It's me, Sandro. About the joint letter. Thank you. It doesn't have to be Hag Yuri. Hot girls, period. Let's be honest. Yo! My little psychopath. My little psychopath. Look at her! She's just a little guy. I thought you promised Texas to take us away from Siracusa. I lied. Besides, did she really win the bet? Is the carnival over, Sato? Or has it just begun? The old wolf of Venecia has its hidden fangs and claws, bending back into the pack. The pup named Marine has learned the tricks of hunting it on her own. That's why I said you guys are stupid. You set us our dumb rules, but you can't resist breaking them. The game becomes increasingly boring with each cycle. The all-powerful Signori de Lupe have been reduced to petty worries, like humans. From one wolf to another. Tell me, Zato, what set the revelry beneath this motion? Punchy, that one got through the filter. She would nah, you can't handle that. You can't handle that. Power, obviously. Yes, a port, a community, a city. Wherever there are people, there's power. Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I'll let her destroy me. Whether one pursues it, detests it, controls it, or grasps it like a drowning man clutching at straws, they all end up holding power tight and wielding it with fervor. Power is a true wolf pack. It's the game of all Syracusans. No, all humanity was born plain. There's no judge, no rules. Its variety is infinite, and it doesn't end except by death. Like the wind on the wilderness, there's no direction. No one knows where it'll come from, but it never stops. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'll concede that you've discovered the pleasure earlier than us. Do you intend to put an end to the fangs and have Lapland lead us into this new game? That depends on what Vargo, Agnes, and the others who haven't spoken think. I think she's about to become, because if she has the wolves on her side. No human has ever been an alpha of the pack in the memory of the Segori de Lupe. Nay, the beast aristocrats. Do you have a hierarchy over here? There's a human concept that shackle their own brethren. You call themselves Signora de Lupe. Act like one. If she truly brings us pleasure. There's one more thing you forgot. Look at the crystals on her leg. She's pretty far gone. An Orpath is incurable disease for humans. Will we, deathless Signora de Lupe, recognize a dying human as alpha? True. I probably don't have much time left. Doesn't that add to the thrill of the game? I have a feeling that this is going to be the best time of my life. Oh, an emperor came to talk to me. It's not just the pack of Sensenese. It's a crisis that put all the aristocrats beasts on guard. Emperor and our cousins of other races wish to talk to us. If Lapland is our alpha, then... There is no rest for the wicked, is there? Tell them The wilderness keeps its promises. God, that look! Holy shit, I'm weak! Welcome in, Elf. I think we're just finishing up, unfortunately. But holy shit, that look! Bro, she was always alpha. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Holy shit. Wait for me. Anytime, baby girl! Anytime! Ah! Oh, man. This was only story that we were doing because I already did all the nodes while I was in Italy, but I wanted to do the story reading before the event went away. Please take a look, Senorita Texas. I'll submit there's no issue. There's so much paperwork to become an independent consultant for you guys. Mi scusi. The carnival drew a large number of tourists and delivered the promotional expectations. Nuovo Orsini Port has a large number of orders in recent days. Moving forward, our logistical systems will reach beyond Nuovo Orsini, connecting with other cities in Syracuse, even abroad. There's no room for negligence. Yeah, it took 3 streams, and I barely got it done. Because, like, it's gonna go away in, like, 6 or 7 hours. Penguin Logistics has qualities we're looking for, but Lungman is in a long way from here. The process for bringing you on to special consultant will be a little more complicated. Just sign here. Probably something else. Yeah, I went to Italy just for this moment. Welcome to Nuovo Orsini, Senorita Texas. Things are about to get busy. Excuse me, could you submit the application with Cecilia's? Yo! We meet again, Cecilia. Giovanna? She had a glow up. Holy shit. I didn't like her last outfit. I thought you would be coming back while you were left for Colombia. Has your journey been inspiration to come to close? Sora started her second Syracuse tour 2 months ago, didn't she? Did you notice the name Catarina Culture Limited on the sponsor list? Since when have you become so close with Sora? She's a friend too. One whom you introduced me to. My injuries have healed and I've found new inspirations. It was time to come back. The happy times of the past may be gone, but that doesn't mean we can't create even happier stories for ourselves. I need time to prepare before. Yeah, she was saved in the vent. I thought it was a little different. Maybe I'm confusing her outfit with like somebody else's? Maybe. It depends on the Dojin, Niken. Depends on the Dojin. Now I'm ready. And none too soon, I see. It seems like you made a decision too. NPC. Yes, things will be different between us now. I'm looking forward to it, Siciliana. Yeah, she is an NPC hell. Texas can use Giovanna as a rebound. Holy shit. Father? Father Agner? Oh, it's you. God, his face creeps me out so much. I wouldn't have realized that you were Nuovo Orsini if I didn't see your photo in the submissions for Memories at Carnival. Well, I didn't tell you. Or anyone else for that matter. Are you planning to leave now? I'll go back to Montelupe with you. There are certain things I want to explain to Signora Cecilia personally. Why? Huh? The city's just entering its 2nd year. Its mayor has many things to attend to. Take it easy, young man. I'm loath to admit that we're concerned parents who quietly follow their children the first time they go out on their own. Old people slander! Look, man, he's not hot old man. If he was hot old man like the Dons, it'd be different. But yes, I came to the city at Cecilia's behest. To see it, deal with some people, or declare a decree on their behalf. If it comes to that. But I did nothing. The carnival has little hiccups, but it's come to a satisfactory conclusion, hasn't it? In certain ways, it's true that you haven't completely fulfilled your promise to Cecilia to transform Nueva Volsini into a city totally different. I can't deny it. Well, Cecilia has much more on her plate than when she first came back to Siracusa. It wasn't easy bringing guns and order to this country. Of course, you're facing more resistance than she did. That's why she wouldn't pour cold water on the fire of youth. She hasn't gotten that old. I'm not coming back with you to Montlupe to prostrate myself before Senora Cecilia and beg for her mercy. I have some plans about the future in Nueva Volsini, about promoting with a new Urban Management Act. Ah, very good then. I want to ask though, if you came to deal with problems, why didn't you do anything? Tola? I can't remember her name right now, but it's Jackknife's daughter, who is the tiger. That's the one I want. I can't remember her name right now, though. I saw an old friend. Fuck! How long has it been, Umberto? Father Egner? I remember that you moved to Nueva Volsini. Just thought I would drop by. Are you waiting for someone? Mafia killers or the Fangs? I don't know, but death will find me one way or another. Do Yao Ye, I believe. I'm old enough. Sorry, it's been a long time since I walked into church or offered a prayer for the dying. Some priest you are. I still remember the day we met. It never occurred to me that 1,000 years that I would be hired to kill a sancta, a priest no less. A moment of surprise was enough for you to pull the gun from your robes. I would have never gotten back to being a tailor if not for you. All in the past. Why have you chosen to come to Nueva Volsini tonight? It's the Carnival. Any final wishes, Umberto? I'll see what I can do. No, father. None at all. I remember you had a grandson. Luchino, is it? There's only so much I can do for him. To me, he's my only family. To him, there will be a day when I'm not his only family anymore. The future awaits the young. Damn. Yeah, I do have friend slots open. I will show that information before I go ahead and end the stream. That was a good event. I hope everyone enjoys I Portatori de Velluti. I can't even pronounce it, but that's okay. For those who want to do friends, here's information. So you're welcome to go ahead and check that out. But besides that, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and rest my voice now, because my voice is kind of like, ugh. Yes, I do have a different profile picture. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining me today. As always, don't forget to work out, have a good sleep, have a great morning. I will see you guys on Friday. I'm gonna rest my voice tomorrow. But besides that, good night everyone. Night night.